And we're live. Welcome back to the.
Why'd you say and we're alive?
Well, I mean, we are.
Yeah,
Uh,
the
welcome to.
audience gets a little behind the scene peek right there.
Oh yeah. Welcome to the OMP Combat Sports Entertainment Podcast. I'm your host with the most, Finding Nemo, aka Nemo Hose. Just kidding. I'm Benny. Nemo Hose is Snoop Dogg. I could never be him. And then of course, always have Tommy. Always.
Oh yeah, I don't get a fancy intro.
I don't know what to call you. Fucking jackass. Come up
Yeah,
with your own nickname next time.
fuck you. That's cringy.
All right. With me as
I'm,
always is the uh, STL Knight. Let me talk to you. Hello.
let me talk to y'all.
Yellow.
Yellow. That was
Oh,
terrible.
it was
Continue.
it was awful. It was awful.
Dude,
What news do you have while I go get me a
uh,
bottle of water?
Miss Liv Morgan qualified for the Royal Rumble. Not the wow. I'm a little behind. The Elimination Chamber. Yeah.
Ah.
Yeah, she beat the Zoe Stark for it. And she was wearing the same outfit as the Rumble, so you know I enjoyed it.
Oh yeah. Her classic. What was the reference? Gwen Stefani? No. Yes.
Christina Aguilera.
Christina Aguilera.
Yeah.
That's it. Yeah.
And no one was complaining about that.
No.
Nope.
Man.
Normally when a wrestler wears the same outfit twice, people go, man, they're wearing that same outfit again. But then Liv Morgan doesn't. Everyone's like, yeah, that's okay.
Yeah, that's fine.
That's fine. We'll accept that.
Oh yeah. That's awesome. We love that for her. Shout out Liv Morgan.
Friend of the pod.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
That's awesome.
What news do you got, Benny?
So much. So fucking
So much.
much.
There's so much to cover. We haven't been talking. Well, we've been talking, but like we haven't been podcasting.
Yeah.
So
We haven't been podcasting for so long, and it's honestly, we gotta keep consistent, man. Missing
we
that
do.
one just fucked me so bad.
You're just out of the rhythm. That's what happens. You just
It's
fall out of the rhythm.
it's not the rhythm. It's I save up all the news for each pod on my phone.
Yeah.
I save up all the news. Anything that
All.
happens in the WWE and with our favorite boxers, I know about it. And then we skip a recording sesh, and I'm like, oh, okay, so now I have all the news from a week, 2 weeks long to
Yeah.
all do in
That
one
everyone
episode
already knows.
that
Yeah.
everyone already knows because we're already behind.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hey man, I got busy. I'm sorry.
Well, it didn't help that we were like, yeah, let's record Sunday, and then it was Super Bowl Sunday. So,
Yeah.
yeah,
Hindsight is 2020 on that one.
yeah. Shout out the Chiefs. We won back to back, baby. Yeah. Shout
Ooh,
out
let's
Kelsey
go.
for doing that fucking save. Shout out Mahomes for running it.
God, that was a clutch game. Every 49ers fan was so pissed. Have you seen the videos of the 49ers fans
Bro,
breaking TVs?
yes, 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 I did,
Lost to Missouri twice. Go
bro.
Missouri.
I am in Missouri. Anyway, um, yeah, I watched multiple videos of Chiefs fans like cheering at the screen and pissing off the 49ers fans. It's like they're from San Francisco. You know, usually you think San Francisco, you think like, hippies that like eat vegan meals and shit, but the 49ers, the 49 gang, they're not to be fucked with as far as like crowd hype. And then, you get in their face and boom, now you lost a TV. And all these comments are like, man, if that had happened, I would have pulled a gun out on him. I'm like, no, you wouldn't have. That was a watch party. You invited them over. They broke your screen. You're not going to shoot them after.
You're just gonna be
Calm
like,
down.
motherfucker, buy me a new TV.
Yeah, just buy me a new TV, man. They're not that expensive anymore. You can get like a pretty big TV for like 500, flat.
Yeah, I mean, I got a 50-inch for 250.
I'm running a it's a good question. What is this one? I think it's a 30 some odd that is like a couple, I think two decades old now.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I'm not surprised.
it's still kicking, so I don't bitch. You know
Mhm. Don't don't replace it if it ain't broken, right?
exactly. Don't replace it if it ain't broken. But
Don't
anyway,
fix it if it ain't broke. Anyways,
news, news.
new.
Uh,
We actually have a UFC fighter that's a friend of the pod now.
we do. That is the first thing that I wanted to talk about.
Hell yeah! It's
For
like I have
those,
your note.
you know, maybe I should start giving you my notes. That's not a bad idea.
Maybe keep
Uh,
you on track sometimes.
yeah, maybe I should start making like all of the stuff that I do behind the pod available to you. It's almost as if
In the
you're my
Discord.
yeah. It's almost as if you're my co-host, and you should have
Yeah, and then
access to everything I'm doing. You know what? As a matter of fact, let me take it a step further. How about you start being the editor? That's a great idea.
if if I had the computer, I would. If I was the
You
one
do.
doing the recording,
You do. You have
I'd
a
want-
computer.
we could record this on my iPhone. It would probably sound better.
That's such a mean thing to say. I'm doing the best that I can with what I have.
I didn't say you weren't.
You're saying that your iPhone records better than me.
You know what's wild about that? As soon as you said your iPhone, you went robot voice for the bow.
You know,
You're not helping your case.
okay.
Okay.
Uh,
Friend of the pod.
yeah, yeah. So, for those who don't remember, or for those who do, I don't really care. We talked about how there was a UFC fighter that was out getting surgery. They were getting a brain surgery of sorts, and we were sending our thoughts with him, Josh Harrell, or Josiah Josiah Harrell. Josiah Harrell, not Josh.
Yeah, I read Josh as well. I'm looking at his Instagram right now. I
Yep.
read Josh.
We're both
Yep.
dyslexic.
I can actually use that excuse, mister.
I cannot. Josiah Harrell, Josiah Muscle Hamster Harrell. He's a Columbus, Ohio, born UFC fighter. Really cool dude. He's friends with the likes of Volkanovski. I think he's close with Adesanya, maybe a little bit. But he's generally like a really good dude. And when we made that episode, I right after figured out that he was already out of surgery and that we were delayed again. We are not fast with the news. Do not rely on us. We would tell you the day after if we got blown up. So that's cool. But we, I messaged him that day because I had figured it out. I said, "Happy to see you are out of surgery and recovering. Best of luck." That was January 26th. Then on February 6th, which is a week, 6 days ago, not quite a week, he responded, "Thank you," to which I replied, "Of course," and then the love fingers You know, like the rock on, but with the thumb out. That's the love fingers. Bless up,
Mhm.
buddy. Can't wait to see what steps you take next. And he told me. He said after he's finished recovering, he's going to be a problem for everyone in the 155 to 175 range. And
Hell yeah.
yeah, so but I left it at that
Watch out.
because I am
Ooh.
not.
You know who
Uh,
fights in that range?
what?
You know who fights in that range?
Who fights in that range, Tommy? Tell them all of it.
McGregor.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm. Muscle Hamster is going to destroy McGregor once he's done recovering.
Absolutely.
Hell yeah.
Absolutely. Yeah, he's really cool dude. He gave heart reactions to all of my messages so far, which was those two that I said. We don't know what we want to say to him next because he did leave it open for us to message him. So if anyone
You
has
don't
any
need to know
ideas,
all the details.
yeah, no, yeah, we're thinking about what to say next. We're gonna try and get him on the pod for sure.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Yeah. So shouts out Josiah Harrell. Shouts out
Josiah.
big man.
Hell
Big
yeah.
muscle hamster man. Big meaty
Muscle
men.
hamster.
Big meaty men slapping meat.
Big meaty men slapping meat.
Yeah. Also in the
Can't wait
news.
for
What?
I can't wait for Big E to come back, man.
You know, I saw him at the announcement table, and I was pretty excited.
It was so he was just like, I'm just here to make sure Punk doesn't get fired. You have a
Yep.
reputation. That was hilarious. Great segue though
Yeah.
into the WWE Las Vegas press conference. Road to WrestleMania kickoff.
Dwayne slapped Cody, and
Dwayne slapped Cody.
he is no longer in Cody's spot.
Hell yeah.
Cody balled up, got the balls, made the decision, chose Roman.
Called him out on his bullshit.
Yep, called him out, dissed the entire Anawahi family, which is kind of fucked.
Got slapped
Yep, got
to
slapped.
another dimension.
Mm-hmm.
Uh-huh. And then
Seth Rollins fucking
having
backed
a
him.
meltdown. Yeah, Seth Rollins was pissed.
Yeah. And it came out afterward. It's speculation still. We don't know. Speculations are that was a real slap and not actually scripted.
Yeah, no, that was hard.
Yeah. So people are wondering whether or not that was real. We don't have that answer yet. We're gonna go off the assumption.
Get that answer?
Yeah, we won't ever have that answer. They won't tell us. We're not that close, unfortunately. We have to work our way through the ranks of TKO. We have a UFC fighter, now we have to get a WWE wrestler. And then we can work our way to the top.
I'm assuming that it was a real slap just by the sheer fact of how, like on edge everyone who came out looked,
Yeah.
Because you gotta remember Nick Aldis and Triple H and
Oh
the
yeah,
guy.
yeah. They came out and they were like,
they were like, this shit's about to get out of hand.
yeah, they were like, oh, he said some
Oh,
things.
Rock is yeah.
I think here's my take. Here's my take. I believe in my heart of hearts that what will happen, The Rock is going to take on Rollins. He's going to bust himself into the Elimination Chamber match and take that. And Cody's going to take Roman. And after all of it, Cody will have the title. The Rock will lose. And then I believe that the next step is going to be Rollins and Rhodes being a tag team. That's my take. It may not be right. I would like to see it happen.
I don't know.
I don't
I
know
don't
either.
know.
I don't know either. You know?
We'll just have to wait for the Elimination Chamber. Then everything will be so much more clear.
Yep. Yep. Did they say
Yep.
whether or not uh, Dom was supposed to be there tonight, right? No, he's SmackDown.
Dom's Raw, but
Dom is Raw.
yeah, but his match was not tonight. He qualifies, I'm guessing, Friday.
Okay. You know, I
Mm.
want to see him take on Rollins, but I think The Rock's going to push through. You know,
I don't think The Rock's gonna push himself into it.
I don't know, because he's really playing the heel up, and I feel like
I think The Rock's going to have a WrestleMania match for sure. Yeah,
yeah,
but
you don't think it's going to be a headliner?
it'll be a headliner for sure. I mean, it's The Rock, dude.
Yeah.
People are speculating that there's going to be a tag team match to throw back to the first WrestleMania because WrestleMania 40.
Yeah.
So, nice little throwback to the first WrestleMania when the immortal Hulk Hogan took on. Uh, I forgot who he took on, but his partner was Mr. T.
He took on Roddy Piper and his teammate.
His teammate, I don't know his teammate. I know he was a popular guy because he main evented WrestleMania, but still, I don't. Roddy Piper was one of the best heels in the business.
Yeah, he got the crowd booing in all the right ways.
You gotta think it's all painting out the same way, you know.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
And
Rock being a heel now, Roman's being a heel, but not as good as a heel, because The Rock's just that good at what he does. Cody's the big baby face like Hogan was.
Yeah.
And Seth is there just to boost the name, like Mr. T was, you know?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Man. In the months leading up to the first WrestleMania, Roddy Piper began a talk show segment on WWF entitled Piper's Pit. And on one episode of the show, he hit high-flying Jimmy Snuka over the head with a coconut.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Piper's Pit was the original, like, talk show style thing.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. And he did so damn good at it.
I'm trying to find your...
Give Roddy Piper his flowers, damn it.
Oh, Mr. Wonderful. That's who he was with.
Yes, that's who. I knew it was Wonderful something.
Yeah. Roddy Piper
Mr.
got his
Wonderful.
flowers when he died. He didn't get it before then, unfortunately. But then
Like
fucking
Bruno Sammartino.
Yeah. Then fucking Ronda Rousey comes in and is rowdy Ronda Rousey, and it just defaced him. Genuinely. Ronda Rousey came in, and everyone in the women's division hated her.
Mm-hmm.
Like, they just...
Facts.
They ruined that.
And now everyone in WWE pretty much hates her. Like, the whole WWE universe is just against Ronda Rousey.
Yeah. Well, it's like she came in, and then she started talking shit on everybody.
Yeah.
It's like,
But then...
Yeah. Anyway.
Then she started doing the, typical thing you do when you get to the top of that company.
Yeah.
And snubbing out younger talent.
Yep.
But she did pass the torch to Liv Morgan before she quit.
At least she did that.
At least she did that. You wouldn't have a popular Liv Morgan without Ronda Rousey.
Or so we suspect.
No, Liv Morgan's so hot she would have been popular regardless.
Exactly. Yeah. But in other news,
what's next in your news?
Brock Lesnar was pulled from the WWE Supercard game.
Yep, he's pulled from everything.
He was pulled from everything. For those who are interested, they still have it going. You can go to the WWE merchandise shop, go into their sales section. We are not a sponsor. We're not sponsored. Not sponsored. But you can go to their sales section, and all of his stuff is discounted. They even have replica shorts discounted if you want to be Brock Lesnar.
You want to be Brock Lesnar.
Brock Lesnar. Paul Heyman does it best.
I can do it pretty well. I just don't want to yell in the middle of the house at 2 o'clock at night.
Fair enough. But in other news, the Serpent Society, Seth Rollins' role in the Captain America Brave New World, has been completely removed from the film. He's been edited out and scrapped, according to new reports. I would like to say it's probably because of the Vince McMahon debacle. Marvel Disney has a really big knack for cutting you off before they ask the questions.
Yeah, they don't want any bad press.
They want zero bad press.
Isn't involved.
Yeah, Seth Rollins wasn't involved, but he was talent in the WWE, and so they're probably never going to have him back, just because of the whole debacle. Unfortunately,
Shame, he would have been perfect for that role.
Yeah, he would have been. He really would have been. Him as anything in the Marvel Universe probably would have fit. He's a good actor.
Seth Rollins as a villain in any Marvel would work.
Oh yeah,
like anything Marvel.
He plays heels.
He could play a super villain very well.
Yeah, the Messiah would have been just a perfect villain. But anyway, Disney, if you're listening to this, which you're not, but if you do, fuck off. But also, the whole cut things off before they give you bad press doesn't work if you yourself are creating bad press, which you do often.
Disney was founded by a Nazi, so
Yeah, and not only that, but like the whole Jonathan Majors thing, when he got ousted, he was going to be Kang, but then he got ousted as being a wife beater, and like not shortly thereafter, they had to fire one of the managers of Disney not because he was a wife beater, but because he was like wildly homophobic and offensive in just like every conceivable way. And it's like, well, the wife beater was an allegation at the time. The stuff about him was just true. So like, pick your battle.
They did the same shit to Johnny Depp.
They did. The allegations weren't founded yet.
And they were never founded. Johnny Depp won that lawsuit. There was no evidence pointing towards Johnny Depp abusing Miss Amber Heard.
No, there was. He had to pay a small fine to her, but she paid a larger fine to him.
It was definitely a Johnny Depp win.
He won, yeah, but they did find truth to her allegations, just not all of them, which there was a wild amount.
Yeah.
But to continue.
Imagine.
What?
Some of them, they probably did, like writing in blood on her mirror.
That was lipstick, I believe.
Yeah.
He did have blood on his hand, but no, it was paint. It was paint. We talked about this.
Yeah, it was paint mixed with blood, remember?
Yeah.
Yeah, he severed his finger, and he was just like into the paint, then wrote on the mirror or wall or something.
Yeah.
Which is a form of mental abuse.
Yeah, but a lot of her stuff was fabricated. All of his stuff was substantiated.
Yeah.
But to continue, Tori Wilson spoke up. For those who don't remember, Tori Wilson, amazing diva, I would say. One of the best. Not the best, but one of. She called into light, saying, hey, some of this stuff was like live recorded shit. The WWE bikini contests were fucking mortifying. And she was saying, They were all mortifying. People don't realize I went out there and owned it the best I could and pushed through the fear. But it was mortifying. There were times when I remember specifically a house show. I was in this bikini showdown with Dawn Marie and Sable and someone else. I was standing in the corner watching one of the girls dance in the middle and literally fighting back tears. Like, I cannot believe I'm doing this right now, because it got to a raunchy point, and I was like, I don't want to be a part of this, but it was my job.
Mm.
And
Also, the fucking bra and panties matches were just fucking horrible.
yeah, so like,
Yeah.
I was on TikTok the other day, and I was watching this guy report the WWE news about Vince McMahon, and he was going into extensive detail about the filings that all the victims have put in. And there was this one person that was in the comments is like, I don't care what happens, Vince McMahon's still the GOAT. And I'm like, bro, now is not the time to be a kiss ass. Like, all of this
Man
stuff.
is not the GOAT.
He's not the
He never
fucking GOAT.
was the GOAT.
He was not the GOAT. He was never the GOAT. He was an asshole the whole way through. People would chant, "You suck."
I mean, that doesn't mean anything.
No.
No,
Some of it.
Some of it could, but
Yeah.
it's WWE Universe. They flip flop on people a lot. Seth Rollins used to get booed all the time. Now they sing his song with him.
Yeah. Well, it's just, even Seth Rollins said that this shit's gross. Like, he was in an interview. I think I have it somewhere in here. Give me 1 second. But he said something to the extent of.
It's what I'm thinking of. He said something along the lines of, "It was before my time, but if these allegations are true, that's fucking disgusting."
Yeah, something like that. He. Let me find it. I got it here somewhere. Let's see, The Rock exerting his power. I might have said it already on the pod because I don't have it in my saved. But Seth Rollins had said something along the lines of like, yeah, it was before his time, but we are. Oh, I remember. He was in an interview. It was one of those on-screen open mic interviews with one of the reporters, and they were like, "So, how do all of these allegations affect you guys in the locker room?" And he said, "We're so far removed that it doesn't really affect us. The only thing that we have on our mind in the locker rooms is how are we going to make the show better? Who am I going up against, and stuff like that." And but he said that hold on. Fuck. I had to sneeze. I had to sneeze and it just didn't come out again. Fucking
The worst.
He was like, I'm so far removed from this stuff that it doesn't affect me too much. But from if what I'm hearing is true and what I'm seeing is true, that's absolutely disgusting. It's revolting, in fact. And I really I think he said that he hopes that the people get their shit, I'm blanking. He was hoping that people get I think the help that they need, or something along those lines.
Let's not put words in his mouth.
Yeah,
we don't know.
I don't know.
We don't know the exact quote, but
no,
yeah.
I don't.
Yeah.
I'm trying to remember it the best I can, but I do not. I cannot find the screenshot.
It's what happens when we skip a week.
Yes. Because I have stuff with like Steve McMichael and The Rock and McIntyre.
Steve McMichael.
Steve McMichael, and then I have Merida just randomly in all of this, and there's Heath Slater, and there's Justin Bieber, Billy Jack
Merida's not
Haynes,
random. Merida's not random. You used my dog to get a fucking girl's Snapchat.
and it worked. But anyway,
It worked. I have the best dog.
best dog ever.
Best dog.
I'm sorry, dogs. I didn't realize you were here. Um,
Suki knows Merida's better.
oh yeah, Suki got bodied by Merida. She knows not to cross her. Anyway, more in the news. The U.S. Nope, not the U.S. The undisputed Universal Championship is now the WWE Championship. That happened since the last time that we talked on the pod. Love and WWE with Bianca Belair and Montez Ford is now streaming on Hulu. Go check it out. I've heard really good things about it from people that do not watch WWE, watching it because it's just a romance live, show, and they're saying it's really good. So
that's good.
Yeah,
I mean, everything WWE does is going to be good quality.
Yeah. Isla Dawn had a birthday in between. Shout out Isla Dawn.
Happy birthday.
Yeah.
Happy late birthday from One More Pod.
Yeah, not that you hear us. Montez Ford got a tattoo of Bianca Belair on his arm.
Mm-hmm. You know what's also great? You thought Montez Ford was Carmelo Hayes.
Listen. I'm not saying anything else.
You could have clapped back, but you missed your chance.
I was put in a position.
I was one of the people for those of you who don't know, who thought will.i.am was Kanye West.
Oh yeah. You
could have clapped back, Vinny.
Yeah. Yeah. Your buddy here, Tommy Boy, Tamantha.
The one and only Taco Claus.
Yeah. Tamatha, here thought that will.i.am was Kanye West because will.i.am wore a mask piece and is black.
And fat. And bald.
Yeah.
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 Yeah. Looks like Kanye.
Yeah.
I have more of an excuse. Half the fucking nation thought the same thing.
Yeah, well, I'm not even going, because I have no defense.
You're back in a corner.
I have no defense on my. I have no excuse for mine.
To be fair, you probably didn't know who fucking Montez Ford was before I made you look it up and know the difference.
I don't think I've ever seen him wrestle, like, genuinely.
He was at last year's Elimination Chamber and jumped from the top of the cage.
I didn't watch last year's Elimination Chamber. I watched the female one because it had more interest to me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, it was a better match.
It was. I already talked about how WWE has discounted all of Brock Lesnar's merchandise.
Yes, you said that.
Mick Foley plans to drop 100 pounds and have a final death match.
Fuck yeah.
Fuck yeah.
Fuck yeah. It'll probably be on AEW. I don't think WWE would clear that.
Maybe not.
Actually, Mick Foley's probably on a Legends contract. He probably can't go to AEW and do it.
No, he is definitely on a Legends contract, but I don't think that he can wrestle nearly as... Yeah, he has, like... He's missing teeth, and he's got a bad leg, and... He's always
been walking with a... He's always had a limp. He's always been fucked.
Yeah. but now like the medical check is more extensive, so
Yeah, I don't
those
know. I
wouldn't
don't
pass.
know how much more extensive. I
Yeah.
don't know how much that applies when you're McFoley or a Shawn Michaels or a Kane.
Yeah, we got to actually account for that. Like, it's Mick Foley. They know he's gonna sign any waiver to get the shit rocked out of him.
You're talking to the man who got slammed off a steel cage twice,
Yeah,
carried out on a stretcher,
yeah,
got up, and finished the match.
yeah. So who knows?
You know, yeah, it's like
He could
he's
he could
he's
probably do it.
built different. He could have another 10-minute match and be fine.
I think that he's gonna try and take on the head of the table.
Nah, I don't know who he would have his final match with. There's no one in WWE that really fits that style.
Mankind versus um, John Gacy, NXT.
Joe Gacy.
Joe Gacy. Yeah, not John Gacy. That's the serial killer guy.
Hmm.
Yeah, Joe Gacy. That's a difference. That's a big
No
difference.
relation.
No relation. Maybe a little relation. The man popped out from under the ring with a boxing glove, knocked someone in the face, went back under, and then got the shit rocked out of him.
Hell yeah.
Anyway, more news. Kazuki Anaguchi, one of the Japanese boxers out there, he unfortunately passed away at 23. Suffered a brain injury.
And that's why boxing's scary, dude.
Yeah.
Don't get into combat sports if you're scared of that shit.
Yeah. It unfortunately, brain injuries are one of the harder things for people to prevent. CTE is still a very intense conversation to have with live performers like this. Sports entertainment. I know for a fact that it's not well researched. It's not well understood, even still, because, and I don't know the date of this video that I saw. I don't know how old it is or anything like that. But Paul Heyman said some things that I didn't agree with. After
Was it back when he wore the Yankees cap?
No.
Okay, so it was at least in the 2010s or more recent.
Yeah, I think so. He didn't have his ponytail.
Okay.
So more recent.
What did he say?
He was on a stage, and it was a stage, not a ring, not a squared circle, nothing like that. He was on a stage and he was talking about something, and they started talking about Chris Benoit, and
Oh yeah. That was a little interview they did for a WWE segment. Edge has one, McFoley has one. It was just like legends telling their stories and stuff.
Yeah. The conversation got to Chris Benoit, and someone in the crowd yelled, "My boy." That's my boy.
Yeah.
And Paul Heyman got pissed, and rightfully so.
Rightfully so.
Yeah, rightfully.
I'm waiting for the bad. What bad did he say?
Well, I'm gonna get there. I'm gonna get there, and you'll have to hear me out before you interject on this one, because I have my reasoning.
Okay.
Yeah, you may not agree with me, but I do have reasoning, so I want to, yeah. Before you, anyway. So the guy says that's my boy, and Paul Heyman calls him out, says, "Who said that?" And they point him out, and he's like, I understand if he was one of your favorite wrestlers, and I understand if you liked his on his mic work or something to that extent, but
his in-ring work.
Yeah, his in-ring work, but do not talk like that about him, because 3 people died in that house that night, and only one of them had a choice.
Facts.
Yeah,
That's
but uh, he talks about Chris Benoit as if he had full cognizant ability, and I want to address that he did not.
he
Uh,
had CTE, didn't
he had CTE, and it nearing the end, Chris Benoit did reach out for help. He
he?
did try to get help with his CTE because it was driving him insane, quite literally. And he was asking the other wrestlers for help, but they obviously, at the time, didn't know shit about it. And a lot of the wrestlers, how are they supposed to help him? They can't.
Yeah.
And unfortunately, at that time, the medical clearing was not as extensive. It was not as thorough, and even still, CTE cannot be picked up until after death. So
Yeah.
they wouldn't have found it. Um, but they didn't have nearly as many precautions in the ring, in the squared circle. Uh, there was not as many safety grabs and shot calls in the squared circle. People were not protecting each other, and giving color was still, not that it's related to CTE, but as a sign of how lenient they were.
Chair headshot.
Yeah.
Chair headshots were still very common.
Yeah, and that's one of the things that gave him his CTE was chair headshots.
Yeah.
And Paul Heyman, though he is right, Chris Benoit could have opted against killing his child and his wife.
The thing is, we'll never know what was going on in
No,
Chris Benoit's head
we won't.
at that moment. This is not me justifying him at all. What he did was fucked up.
Yeah.
And he's a monster. And if he was still alive, he'd be locked up for life. Like, he is not a good person.
I would
you
not.
Don't know what was going on in someone's head,
See, I agree that what he did was wrong. I agree that he should not have pointed the gun at his wife or his child. I do not believe that it's fair to call him a monster, though, because we still do not know enough about CTE or enough about what was going on in his mind to know how he got there.
Like I said, you can't know what's going on in someone's mind. But
yeah.
If he were still alive, he'd be locked up for life for the shit he did.
And
so he's not a good person.
I still wouldn't say that he's a bad person. I would say that he made a bad decision, but I guess my reasoning is, let's compare shit. I'm gonna compare Chris Benoit's situation to the man that shot up the Batman movie theater. I don't know if you remember that much at all.
Yeah.
For those who don't, let me pull it up so I can get his name right. An armed assailant named James Holmes, who is currently, I believe, still in the psychiatric patient services. But he went into a 2012. He went into a movie theater during Dark Knight Rises, a midnight screening. He killed 12 people and injured 7.
Correct.
And 12 people injured 70. I think I said 7.
You did.
Yeah. 7.
You killed 12 people.
Killed 12 people. That I believe is a bad person. That I believe is a monster, because he did that solely based on free will, because he wanted to, and I believe his defense was past traumas and criminal insanity. I believe that is a monster. Chris Benoit, aside from what he did, had not ever done a bad thing to his wife, to his children.
How do we know?
Other experiences of wrestlers at that time is the best we have.
Okay. No, I mean that people were close. They probably have good side. They probably side with that.
Yeah,
They
but
probably would talk on that behalf.
yeah,
But
uh,
I maybe a monster's a bit far, but I don't think he's a good person. Anyone who has that thought running through their head is not a good person.
see, I think that they have some recording, not maybe not a recording, but someone has memory of talking to him that night, and I believe what had happened. And I don't quote me. Do not quote me. I'm going off of memory because I don't think I could find it with enough time to prevent dead air. But I believe that what had happened was him and his wife got into it that night over something. I believe probably scheduling. If I had to make an educated guess, probably scheduling. But they got into it, and the CTE again, it takes away a lot of your from what they know of CTE at this point. It takes away a lot of your understanding of what's going on, and
Your rationality.
yeah, your rationality. That's what I was looking for. And it, I believe, it clouded his judgment, and he went for the most extreme solution to his temporary problem, instead of the logical solution, which would have been to step out or to sit down and have a conversation. And unfortunately, because no one knew that he had CTE, they just kind of assumed at the time that it had been a murder suicide, and that's how it ended.
I mean that's what it was. I mean, it was a murder suicide. Yeah.
CTE led to murder, which he figured out post action. I did this. I must atone. Suicide.
Yeah.
But I believe that Paul Heyman talking about him the way he did was a lot.
It was extra, but Paul Heyman's also,
He is
a
extra.
walking cartoon character,
Yeah.
He is the definition of extra.
Yeah. So I wanted to address that. I had saw that and it bothered me, because I feel like CTE is not known well enough by especially people in his world, in the wrestling world. It's not known well enough and protected against well enough that we could have someone in the current roster that has it, and we don't know.
Correct. We could, definitely. But I think Chris Benoit is not a good person. I don't know the guy, though, so I can't really say anything.
Yeah. I would say the decision was wrong. If it were, my choice as to how he was remembered, the decision was wrong. The person was good, and the medical knowledge was not there yet for his recovery.
That's fair. Enough to say.
Yeah. But anyway, before we get too deep into that and make the whole show a buzzkill, The Rock versus Roman is being discussed as a Saudi Arabia event.
You know, valid. I could see that.
I can too. I think that that's the most fitting location for that
Correct.
because Saudi Arabia always holds the biggest events, um, and I think that it being I, I want to say that the ring specifically in Saudi Arabia is fitting for a actual chief versus the head of the table.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Did you know that he's an actual chief? That Dwayne is a legitimate chief?
I wouldn't be surprised.
He is. It was on the board at the kickoff.
Hell yeah. I didn't look that close at the board.
Well, I will show you. Well, I will.
I believe you.
I will. I will explain it rather. So, on the board that they showed. Hold on. Let me find a fucking tree to look at. Where is it? Where is it? Where is it? They don't have a good. Here we go. This is what I was thinking of. Nope. Okay. This is annoying. Give me one moment here as I try and find this. Okay. Fuck. No. Here we go. No, that's not it either. Okay. Sorry. Right. The Anawahi tree. So on the board that they showed, and I can give not really extensive, but I can give a brief breakdown. Amatawahi, Anawahi, and Fanene Anderson, aka Peter Mavia, made a blood oath that made them brothers. So Peter Mavia and Ophelia Fuataga then had Toa Mavia, and I'm probably saying this wrong. Maivia?
Maivia.
Maivia? I don't know.
Rocky Maivia.
I'm not there yet. Toa and Matane Fia Gamelida Fitisamanu, aka Atamavia, were a thing, and then Ata, they were the kids of Peter and Ophelia, and then Ata married Rocky Johnson, and they had Dwayne Johnson, aka Rocky Maivia, aka The Rock, and The Rock also is Suli, and he is a Samoan High Chief. He was given this title by the late King Maletoa Tainufamili II back in 2004 because he had visited Samoa, talked about his lineage, and he was putting a good name out there for Samoans and working to get Samoans represented better. and they honored him with a chief status. Uh, so you know, he does actually have that status in real life, and he calls himself Seuli when he's talking to fellow Samoans. Or talking about his culture, because that's his cultural name. Dwayne is his Americanized name. So it's like a Muhammad Ali Cassius Clay, you know,
Yeah.
except he doesn't call Dwayne Johnson his slave name, which Muhammad called Cassius Clay, because you know he changed his name for alternative reasons, I believe, because he was Muslim.
Yeah. Yes.
Yes. And anyway, and on the family tree at the kickoff, he had it on his family tree as High Chief Sayuli, under the rock in parentheses, and he was given the title due to his contribution to Samoans in various aspects. In 2019, the sixth Prime Minister of Samoa, Tulia Sailele, my Mali Lagoe, even proposed a register of Samoan heritage living overseas to honor a register for Samoan heritage living overseas to honor Johnson's participation in the Fast and Furious movies. The former Prime Minister stated that Sayuli had immortalized their country through those movies. And so I think that that's really cool. You know, aside from all the stuff that Dwayne Johnson does to be considered an asshole, yeah, he does actually do a lot for Samoan heritage and for Hawaii and Maui and just the Polynesian lineage as a whole. So, you know, shouts out to him.
Let's set the record straight. The Rock's foundation, or the Rock's like GoFundMe thing for Maui, donated $50 million for the people who are misconstrued on that.
Oh, did we ever? I forgot if we actually talked about that or not.
We talked about it off pod, but since we're on the Rock, I wanted to specify the Rock actually donated the money.
Yeah.
And for people who were confused and think he didn't, no, he donated the money. He is a good person. He may be an asshole sometimes, but he is a good person.
And I also want to put this out there. One of the stipulations, okay, in the movie industry, because this is my realm a little bit, in the movie industry, you can put stipulations in your contract. And one of the stipulations, for example, that Apple has, you can tell who the villain is by the fact that they don't have an Apple device. Apple will not let their devices be used in film for villains. The heroes have them, but the villains never do. Dwayne has a stipulation that he can never play an evil character. He is never a villain.
Yeah,
so
he cannot lose a fight.
He cannot lose a fight, and he is never a villain.
Yeah.
That's why they changed the movie for Black Adam so much. Because he would not play Black Adam as a villain, even though Black Adam is not a villain, he's an anti-hero, but still, he has villainous, not really villainous, but immoral decision making as a character. He has that stipulation in his contract, and he also had a stipulation in his contract that he is never seen on screen with Vin Diesel, because
do they have real life beef?
I don't think it's real life beef. I believe that it is. He does not want to have to challenge power. let me see.
Come on, Vin Diesel hasn't been strong since Pacifier.
Actually, he's quite strong.
I know.
Okay. Okay. I didn't know that.
Because a lot of people forgot that movie
I'm
existed,
autistic.
and I loved that movie.
It's a great movie.
It's such a good movie.
Let's see.
When he's dancing, well, when he's singing the jingle to get through the fucking trap.
Yeah.
Beautiful. Peak cinema. While Benny's doing that, you know what a great thing to do while you're recording a podcast with no video is?
What's a great thing to do?
Check your balls, make sure everything's alright.
You know, yes.
Yeah.
Make sure that you're okay.
Yeah. You gotta feel for any lumps and shit. You gotta check yourself. Update. I'm fine.
Okay. Time has proven over the last 2 decades that Fast and Furious saga stars Vin Diesel, Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson, and Jason Statham are willing to throw and take their share of punches. The 3 actors... Oh my goodness. Are you kidding me? Do not buy hair ties on Amazon. My hair tie just popped.
That's always the worst. Back when I had pretty long hair, I would have a hair tie, and when it's popped, it was the worst.
Yeah. Anyway, they have stipulations. They have clauses in their respective contracts as to just how excessive the fight they engage in can be. None of the stars... Here it is. The stipulations were that they were never on screen with each other because none of the stars were willing to lose a fight with each other because their egos would get bruised. You know, fuck their bodies, I guess, but their egos would get bruised. So you would never see them on screen with each other. There are scenes with them on screen with each other, but those were like few and far between. Dwayne Johnson and Vin Diesel's feud has been quote unquote settled because of the scene in Fast X, the post credits cameo. Well, I won't spoil it for those. But anyway, they want they also didn't want to share the screen too much because Johnson, Diesel, and Statham, they wanted more close-ups, they wanted more muscles, they wanted to look better, and you can't do that when there's 3 of them on the fucking screen that all want that. And so it was alphas, I say that with quotes, fighting with alphas the whole time, and it made for bad film, so they put clauses in there. So yeah, there's that. But my point with talking about that was this: because of his clause, his stipulation in his contracts that says that he can never be the villain, he is in turn making sure that Samoans, because he's like the main Samoan actor right now, he's making sure Samoans are never seen as villains either. It's a good thing that lies in a less moral, kind of cheesy, kind of corny decision make. Yeah.
Does it for a good reason.
Yeah, he does.
Wild decision.
Yeah, Yeah. So that's cool.
Yeah. And I mean, him being a chief, it makes sense he would respect the culture that much. Like, no.
Absolutely.
My culture.
Yeah.
I'm not going to do that. It makes sense.
Makes sense. In other news, actually, do you want to just do like a rapid fire of a couple?
Boom. Rhea Ripley taking on Nia Jax. Your turn.
Chelsea Green says that social media was the reason her special intro returned.
then he thinks Mick Foley is the GOAT of wrestling. Your turn.
Brock Lesnar was removed from all of the future WWE creative plans.
We knew that.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure we covered that in the last pod.
Your turn.
My turn. LA Knight qualifies for the Elimination Chamber.
Vince McMahon drafted and signed all of the non-disclosure agreements that he ever made without the WWE's knowledge, so they are not enforceable, meaning that his crimes are federal.
What is the ruling on that?
What is the ruling on what?
Vince McMahon stuff, or has it not gone to court yet?
It's not in court yet, no. But it is now
No,
a federal crime because the NDAs were fraud.
Ah, nice.
Mm-hmm.
Nice.
They are not enforceable.
7 years ago today, I really wanted to talk about this. 7 years ago today, my favorite WWE wrestler won his first world title at the Elimination Chamber.
Ooh,
Mr. Bray Wyatt.
Ooh. Bailey, because this happened before the last time we talked, Bailey picked Io Sky for WrestleMania, and she dropped her big reveal that she's leaving Damage Control.
Yes, she did, and she's going to be taking on Io Sky
at
WrestleMania. Oh, I missed that part. We were rapid firing, so I completely missed that part. Like in Drew McIntyre's heel work, he turned heel. He's been heel, but he's doing a damn good job at it
now. Since the last time
that we
Drew
talked,
I like Drew McIntyre.
Justin Bieber and multiple other celebrities have been spotted with the Snoop Dogg title belt. And also Snoop Dogg is the longest reigning WWE champion.
Hell yeah, he is. Since the last time that we talked, unfortunately, Carl Weathers passed away.
Oh, damn it. I forgot that happened. And they showed him in a Super Bowl commercial.
Yeah.
Rest in peace, Carl.
Rest in peace, Carl Weathers.
I'm out of news.
What? Yeah,
I'm out of news.
You're out?
I'm out.
You're out?
Hold on, I might have found some news. What the hell is this? Oh no, it's just concept. Okay. I got so worried I was gonna have to buy another Switch. Because someone drew up a concept for Pokemon. And it was like, instead of remaking those games again, let's make a black gold and a silver white. And making Gen 2 remakes and Gen 5 remakes again. I was like, ooh, that actually sounds pretty cool, and the cover art they made looks dope as shit. Yeah. But it's fake. So, unfortunate. That'd be dope as shit. Check out this cover art.
Yeah. Right. Well, I'm gonna shoot off a couple more because I was. Okay. So, since the last time we talked, the last time that we talked, Cody gave up his spot to The Rock, I believe. That's what we were discussing. Since that happened, news had come out that The Rock versus Roman Reigns was not planned as of a few days ago. This being a while ago, though. Dwayne Johnson pushed for the match. After The Rock's latest tweet was flooded with pro-Cody Rhodes related tweets, the second it went up, fans noticed that The Rock ended up editing the tweet, potentially to wipe clean the first few Cody Rhodes related outrage tweets under his original post. Let's see. WWE knew Roman Reigns versus The Rock was happening since Royal Rumble. Nope. Roman Reigns versus yeah, they did not know.
They definitely switched plans last second.
Yeah. The Rock is allegedly pushing to defeat Roman Reigns. Let's see. Everybody flooded the WWEshop.com Twitter asking for discounts and refunds and saying things like, I ordered a Cody Rhodes Royal Rumble winner shirt, and I got back a Black Adam DVD, or I got a Black Adam Funko Pop, or I got Dwayne The Rock Johnson merchandise, etc., etc. And the WWE shop got so flooded that they were sending out automated messages to everybody saying, "Hi, your username," and then they would say, "Please send a DM. I'd be more than happy to help show you all the discounted options, etc., etc." They were trying so hard to rectify it, but they got very much overwhelmed. Let's see. Let me keep going here.
The internet never fucking misses, dude.
They never fucking miss, except for
How do they come up with this shit?
except for one thing that they did miss on, and I want to address this because we have the opportunity to address it.
We have the opportunity and a platform.
Yeah, we have the platform to address it. The Rock's daughter, Ava, who is I believe a GM in NXT, she got death threats and toxic Twitter posts directed at her because of the Rock decision. And it got so bad that she had to deactivate her Twitter because she was getting so many death threats that she could not use the app. I think that is absolutely fucked.
No matter how mad you are.
No matter.
A fucking professional entertainment thing. You should not be sending death threats to someone.
No. You should not jump.
Yeah.
You should not jump the barricades and attack wrestlers. You should not shout profane language at shows to the wrestlers, especially when it's a silent moment or a 10-bell salute. You should never attack their children, their family in general, and especially not people that have nothing to do with the decision. Sending your hate messages to Dwayne The Rock Johnson is one thing. Not that it is encouraged, but it is one thing because he does not touch it.
If you're the type to send death threats, don't even fucking message anyone.
Don't even have a Twitter.
What The Rock did was he, jumped in line. He put himself first. He was doing business for himself.
Yeah.
Whether you agree or disagree,
he fucked up.
You should not send him death threats,
Yeah, he fucked up. They retconned it. It's all good now. Cody is getting his main stage. The Rock
never should be to the level of death threats.
Yeah.
There's no call for that.
Cody is getting his main stage. The Rock is getting his main stage. They're letting bygones be bygones as far as we know. But Ava did not have anything to do with that decision. She is doing her best in NXT outside of The Rock's guidance. She made it to GM before TKO took over. So it was not her fault. Do not attack her. Please.
It was not her fault, not her decision. Leave her alone.
Yeah. However, Seth Rollins saying that The Rock is not needed in the WWE and that he is having a gross misuse of his power is different. That is true. That is between them.
That is, that's normal criticism.
That's normal criticism. That's okay criticism. Yeah.
You can criticize like that. It's fine.
That's fine. It's fine. It's fun. You're putting in your 2 cents. You're not going to get anything back. So it's fine. But do not attack people. Anyway, continuing my rapid fire. The Rock is the top merchandise seller on the WWE shop because of this new reintroduction to him. So clearly something worked.
It was gonna work.
Oh yeah.
It's The Rock.
It's the fucking Rock.
It's The Rock, dude. Of course he's gonna sell merch.
Finally.
Fucking bless you, dude.
Oh.
Do you feel better?
I do.
You do.
Oh man.
Good.
5 years ago, the 5th of February, WWE buried Jon Moxley more after he told them that he was quitting. Fuck the
Nice.
WWE for their burials. I'm still gonna watch, but fuck them for their burials.
Yeah, fuck WWE and Brock Lesnar and shit. Like,
Yeah.
because Brock Lesnar was supposed to work with Jon Moxley, Dean Ambrose at the time at WrestleMania, and Dean Ambrose was trying to get him to do anything, like anything besides just go out there and have a couple F5s and win the match. And
Yeah.
Brock Lesnar was basically just refusing. He wanted to just do the minimum for the match.
Bro,
Did not want any back and forth. Just wanted to do the minimum, beat him, win the match.
man, they
Dean
just
Ambrose was like, "No, let's do something entertaining."
yeah.
And lo and behold, they did not.
Yeah. They just they fucking buried him hard. And now that he's in AEW, he's doing amazing work. Truly.
Mm-hmm.
Like him, Adam Copeland, and all the others that moved over to AEW, they are
Bryan
actually
Danielson.
happy. Yes, Bryan Danielson. Fucking A. You know, that's proof right there. You do not need to be in the WWE.
I still love when Daniel Bryan brought out all of his friends and family to the ring
Yeah.
to start the yes chant
Oh my goodness,
and
yeah.
not leave the ring till yeah. I sincerely think till this day they had no idea that was going to happen.
You know?
Only Daniel Bryan knew that was going to happen.
The two security guards going up to try and stop it, and they're like, "We can't do anything. I don't know why you sent us."
Good luck.
Oh man. But yeah, fucking A. WWE fans have turned on The Rock, shouting Rocky sucks, booing The Rock, commentators saying, "What is this, 1996?" Let's see. Dominic does not want The Rock or Cody Rhodes at WrestleMania. Shout out Dominic. He said that he wants. He said he wanted more Judgment Day members on the WrestleMania board. I believe he said he wanted Damian Priest and Finn Balor pretty much exclusively. Let's see who else.
Well,
what?
Dominic's been at every WrestleMania since his debut, I believe.
Yeah, actually, that sounds right.
Yeah, I mean, I know it's a weird fact, but the fact that he's like, yeah, I've had plenty of WrestleMania moments. Me and my dad stole the show last year. Give my teammates something. That's good. Good on Dominic. Yeah.
Good on Dom. Hell yeah.
Not in business for himself.
Yeah. Cody Rhodes broke his silence on the "We Want Cody" chants. He said, "Appreciate the passion. God bless y'all, but trust me."
Yes, I shared that tweet on Twitter.
Yep. Let's see. Death threats from the angry fans. Already talked about that. WWE edited out Cody Rhodes' sad reaction during the Rock segment after Backlash. Cody Rhodes was initially set to headline WrestleMania 40 against Roman Reigns after winning the Royal Rumble. Let's see. Many fans noticed how sad and dejected Cody Rhodes looked during the segment, especially when he was making way out the back after The Rock came out. Interestingly enough, WWE has now re-uploaded the segment, but conveniently cut out that part where Cody Rhodes looked dejected while leaving the ring. Naturally, quite a few fans noticed what WWE was trying to do as well. Fans also rallied for the Rock to give Cody his WrestleMania 40 spot back as well. Yeah, that happened. Let's see. A couple of the tweets that Ava made, because I finally fucking found the rest of it. She had tweeted out, "Can y'all just leave me out of this? For fuck's sake, I'm busy running a show. Death threats over a situation I have nothing to do with. Be for real."
Fucking facts.
Based.
Fucking leave her alone.
For real. Cody Rhodes said, "I'm a Rock fan. I don't think he's the type that would come in and meddle with a story that's been being told over the past 2 years. You mentioned the great one, The Rock. Nothing but respect for him. I went and saw Jungle Cruise. I'm a Rock fan. I don't think he's the type that would come and meddle with a story that's being told over the past 2 years. I think he's probably up to something else, but you never know with WWE. I'll be watching, just like everybody else when I'm not wrestling." Cody Rhodes during an interview with Bleacher Report before Royal Rumble 24. Here we go. Dominic Mysterio tweeted out, "Cody Rhodes equals ass. The Rock equals cheeks. Hashtag we want senior Money in the Bank."
Hell yeah.
Based, Dom is based.
Tom is very based.
Yeah.
Gotta love that.
Love that for him. He is
not in business for himself.
Nope.
Which is very surprising because he's pretty young.
Yeah.
And he's changing the landscape, or at least trying to.
Yeah. Yeah, he's doing bits.
He's doing business.
Yeah. The Rock is 100% performing in the ring at WrestleMania 40. There is no scenario where Rock is not wrestling Roman Reigns. Fun fact, now it is. Let's see. I already talked about that. Here we go. New from Fightful Select. Sources within WWE say that Cody is company man and is long respected WWE decision making, but claimed Cody actually voiced that he thought the audience wouldn't react well to the change and creative direction for WrestleMania before last Friday. So Cody was aware that things were not going to go well if they had done what they did, and they did what they did. Ava deactivates Twitter. Already talked about that.
Like Cody Rhodes knows pro wrestling or something.
Oh yeah. It's like he's been, it's like he's the vice president of AEW, or at least was. I don't know.
It's like he was the founder of AEW or something.
Yeah. It's almost as if he has like an idea of what's happening. Triple H knew Roman versus The Rock was happening during the booking of Royal Rumble. No, he did not. Yes. Alexander Usyk confirmed that he missed the birth of his second child whilst in training camp for the fight with Tyson Fury, and then it got pushed back. Made him a little bit pissed. That is
valid. But also, you can take a couple hours off from your training camp to see your wife give birth.
Yeah.
Valid, but at the same time, don't blame another man for your mistakes.
Yeah.
You could have made it work.
Yeah. Valid that he's pissed that he was like, nope, I got to see it through. This is going to happen. But also not valid. You could have said, hey, I got to go see my wife and kid. I'm going to stop for today.
Family comes first. I understand your money and your legacy, but at the end of the day, you won't have that forever. You'll have your family.
Yeah. Let's see. Andrade is going to be a babyface on the roster. Possibly. Maybe.
Hell yeah. I support it.
There's speculation.
Andrade is amazing.
He is pretty great. Is he part of the LWO?
He probably will be, but I'm not sure.
Okay. I was curious about that myself. I didn't actually know. Let's see. Don't need those anymore. That's not important. Fuck. Okay. That's not important either. That's not important either. That's not important either. Okay. While Cody Rhodes professed loudly at Royal Rumble that he was coming after Roman Reigns, there was some in the company that claimed that they heard as of that afternoon that The Rock had agreed to fight Reigns. We also heard that there was Rock head of the table WrestleMania-themed merchandise prototypes within the company by that weekend. We already debunked that stuff. We Want Cody was trending on Twitter for about a week. That's kind of crazy.
Good job, Cody Rhodes.
Hell yeah. Yes. The Rock's return in WWE was the most disliked WWE YouTube video ever
Yeah.
in history
Yeah.
in less than 24 hours. It had accumulated 300, and I don't know what it is at this point, but it had, in less than 24 hours, accumulated 347,000 dislikes to a mere 81,000 likes.
It's over 500,000 dislikes right now.
That is insane.
Last time I checked, like a week ago, it was over 500,000.
That is insane.
Yeah.
Everybody wants Cody Rhodes to finish this goddamn story. It's like...
Absolutely.
I would say it's comparable to, like, you're watching, like, a really good show, but they never put out the last episode. Like, it's the end of the series.
It's like Futurama.
Yeah.
The end of Futurama, you know?
Before the end of Futurama sucked ass. And everybody was pissed.
They left it on an open ending.
Yeah.
You know?
And then they finally brought it back.
And it was ass.
It was
they brought it back.
It was just booty cheeks. Let's see. There was speculation that Cody Rhodes could be the unification of titles.
I doubt that, and I hope not.
I hope not either. I'm tired of them unifying titles. You know,
they did it like 2 years ago.
Yeah.
Finally brought the title back, and now they're just like, well,
let's unify it again.
No. Fuck off. Find something new to do.
Yeah. Find a new shtick. Huh.
You brought back the Big Goldie, the fucking only world title that's been comparable to the main WWE title.
Yep.
And now you're like, let's unify it again.
Hell yeah, brother. People are saying that Cody should face Corporate Dwayne, as they're calling him. I think it's now Hollywood Dwayne. Or Hollywood Rock.
Hollywood Rock.
Yeah. But they're saying that Cody should face Dwayne at Elimination Chamber, and they're also calling Cody the Yes Movement 2.0.
Nice.
Yeah. What do you think about that one? You were a Yes Movement guy, so.
It was. I love Daniel Bryan because he was the small guy that made it big.
See, Cody isn't small guy making it big. Cody is big guy making it big.
Cody is just looking for his justice because Cody should have been a world champion a long time ago.
Yeah. So do you think he is?
Regardless of his dad's story or whatever. I don't like comparing people to other people's things, like people saying Braun Breaker's the next Brock Lesnar, or like people would say Bray Wyatt's the next Undertaker. Like, no, I don't like that. Like, they are their own thing. Cody is doing amazing.
Yeah.
So the Cody movement. He's the Cody movement.
Hell yeah. That's awesome. I agree with that. Yeah, because I remember I said that Joe Gacy was the next Bray Wyatt, and you were like, I don't like that.
Yes, give Joe Gacy his flowers. He's amazing. Yeah. But give him his flowers. Don't give him someone else's flowers, you know?
Yeah. Valid. Based.
Very valid. I've always had that little stipulation of mine where I'm just like, I'm not a fan of that type of wording.
Yeah. Moreover, on the Cody Rhodes story, Justice for Cody Rhodes had a change.org fucking signature list, like a
petition.
Yeah, petition. That's what I was thinking of. They had a fucking petition for him, and it had gotten 1,778 fucking signatures in 2 hours.
Dang.
Yeah. And their goal, their next goal was 2,500. I don't know if they have that at this point, but I don't think they need it anymore.
They got their change. Yeah. Shout out change.org. If you're looking for, the change in your area, change.org.
That's not what that's for.
Yeah, I know. I just wanted to find a way to plug them. I couldn't think of any other way to be creative with the name.
shout out change.org. If you want to change the way that a company is doing things, do that. Sign up with this company that's changing the way other companies do things.
Hell yeah.
Fans at the WWE live event.
Better.
Yep, yours was. Fans at the WWE live event booed The Rock when he was shown on the big screen. Let's see. Logan Paul tweets out support for Cody Rhodes, saying, "We want Cody."
Yep, Ricochet did as well.
What?
Ricochet, I think Ricochet came out in support of Cody Rhodes as well.
Yes, I have that one too here.
Yes.
Let's see. Get rid of that. WWE is reportedly monitoring the negative fan feedback on The Rock taking Cody Rhodes' spot. They definitely did. They definitely retconned, and I bet Dwayne feels really bad about that decision because it could have tanked the company that he had just created or helped to create. Ricochet tweeted out support for Cody Rhodes, but is saying that the internet wrestling community is getting a little bit toxic there. He said, "First, let me say there is no bigger Cody supporter than me. Ask Samantha the Bomb," which is his partner.
Wife, I believe.
I think they're married, yeah. She's also the ring announcer, for those who don't know who that is. Second, you guys have shown me how truly toxic the internet wrestling community is. Haha. I said nothing other than that he was out here preaching because he was asked a question, to which he took the time to write a very lengthy reply with crazy detail, laughing emoji, to then be wildly harassed. Ha ha ha, what a world. Let's all voice our opinions. Let's all debate on what we think is important.
Sami Zayn got canceled on Twitter.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, he did.
Yeah, he did.
Yeah.
You're saying there were bigger problems in the world, and then everyone canceled him.
Let's all voice our opinions. Ricochet continues. Let's all debate on what we think is important. That's the best part about all of this, the fact that we all love it. But when you just want to say something, say some hateful stuff just because you can, that's where the fun stops. Let's be cool. I know the good will always outweigh the bad. Always. I was just shedding some positive light on negative people. To clear the record, ... and continuing. And then at the end of the tweet, hashtag we want Cody.
Yeah.
He was also upset about the decision, but he also did not want, all this fucking bullshit that people were creating.
Facts. I mean, it's just toxic.
The wrestling community's always been toxic, but this is a wrestling community that is toxic and also able to be vocal about it. And it's a lot.
It's a lot.
Let's see. The Rock posted, "Feel the mana. So fucking blown away by this insane energy from the people. Undeniable. And one of my loudest ovations I've ever experienced in my career. Thank you, Birmingham, Alabama. Thank you, WWE. Thank you to the man himself, Cody Rhodes. And most importantly, thank you to the people. Our connection is unbreakable and our bond is electric. The people's champ. P.S. Tough skin. Love the passion." He also said, "This is going to be so much fun. Long game. People's champ." And he's saying basically they're going to play the long game. He was saying that tough skin because he was hearing everybody's comments and he did not give a fuck. Let's see. Nightmare Cody Rhodes and Shinsuke faced off in a bull rope match. I fucking love bull rope matches. I think that they are wildly...
They use the same rope that Dusty Rhodes used.
I think they're wildly underused, to be honest with you. I feel like bull rope matches should get more credit.
They should.
Yeah.
Bring back stipulation matches.
It's
so much.
For real. Like, what is this shit?
Yeah, I get, stipulation matches are so much fun.
Yeah.
Like I quit matches, everything like that. Like when was the last time you had an I quit match?
Uh, Edge versus Judgment Day.
Yeah, which was what 2 years ago now.
Yes,
Yeah, bring back I quit matches.
for real. Let's see. WWE wants to unify the World Heavyweight and WWE Championships in the summer of 2024. The hope is Cody will be the man to do it.
Allegedly.
Huh?
Allegedly.
Allegedly, yeah. Yeah, this is hypotheticals and like conspiracies and shit.
Yeah.
The Rock pushed. Huh?
Some people reported that there were talks about it in creative, so people were just running with it. It
Yeah.
was just talks about. There's talks about every option in creative.
Oh yeah.
Doesn't mean it's what's gonna happen.
No. See, The Rock
It
pushed
was
super hard for
brainstorming.
it. WrestleMania 40 card changed when CM Punk and Brock Lesnar were out and all the dominoes fell. Dwayne always wanted it, and WWE felt they now needed it as well. Felt this was better to change the news flow away from Vince. Cody was the plan. Dwayne was going to face him. Roman Reigns later. Maybe next year's Mania. Maybe Saudi. The Vince thing ends up worse than they thought, and they changed the plan. 100% was Punk versus Seth, Cody versus Reigns until Punk got hurt. That is allegedly what Wrestling Observer Board thinks. It is not exactly the truth. They
I
just
believe that they were going to go Punk versus Seth and Cody versus Reigns.
yeah
I believe that,
yeah. I mean,
but
Punk versus Seth
I believe
needs to happen.
that they planned on having the, you know, I believe they scrambled after Punk got hurt and
Yeah,
then made a few bad decisions. I
yeah.
don't think they just kind of easily transitioned.
I think I think The Rock was there. Honestly, I think that he was
Yeah,
there and watching, and he offered up the idea, but then he took it too far.
yeah,
I think that's what happened. But again, that's just what I think. That's not what I know. Let's see.
yeah. We have no inside scoop
No,
whatsoever.
none. You know, if
Yeah,
if anyone wants to be an inside scoop, we won't leak you. We won't dox you. We do need you.
we are third-hand news
Yeah,
right now.
yeah,
So if you want to be able to be second-hand news, we got to get those connections.
exactly. Uh, they didn't announce anything tonight with that standoff with Rock versus Roman. So what if contract signing between Rock Roman is cocky, signs it anyway. Rock signs and says, "You didn't read the contract, did you?" Cody's music hits. Cody versus Roman at Mania. Rock is guest referee. Cody just pulled the ultimate swerve to make sure that he gets a clean match at Mania. Then we get Rock versus Roman at SummerSlam. They brought back the guest referee match in 2K24, and the tagline is "Finish the story." No way they fumble it all this bad. Well, that didn't turn out to be true, now did it? Because now The Rock is tagged with the Roman. They're buddy buddies. They're not actually tagged, but they're like on the same team.
I'd be down for night one or night two tag team main event.
That would be cool. Maybe
That
take a little bit of
both
pressure
titles
off
on the
of
line. Whichever team wins gets both titles.
yeah, take a little bit of pressure off of Seth Rollins' leg.
Yep.
Yeah, let him just kind of stand there.
Yeah.
Let's see. Archer of Infamy, my boo, my husband. Archer of Infamy, Damian Priest. Talked about.
Bisexual Undertaker himself.
God damn it. God fucking damn. Archer of Infamy talked about how he was a fan of the Undertaker as a kid. That was one of his favorites. And to honor him, when he started wrestling, he got a tattoo of the Undertaker's symbol. He,
That's actually kind of cool.
he said, "I'm not obsessed, I promise. But the Undertaker, I actually did get his symbol tattooed in this skull," as he points to the skull on his bicep. Then I started wrestling, and then it was like, I probably shouldn't have done that. And I remember a promoter was like, you might have to cover that one day. So I went ahead and tattooed a bat over it, and now he has a bat on a skull covered in flames on his bicep. But he did originally have a Undertaker symbol because even though people call him a bisexual Undertaker, he's just kind of vibing. I don't know why you would ever want to call him the bisexual Undertaker. I mean, it's not like he's bisexual or anything. If he is, Damien Priest, hit me up.
Didn't shoot your shot.
Hey, you gotta do what you gotta do. That man's voice, soothing.
You look at him and you're like, okay, yeah. Then he talks and it's like, okay.
Yeah, bro, his voice.
If you just hear that
awesome.
voice, it's almost on the level of Markiplier good.
Oh yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah. Or like Corpse. I don't know if you know who Corpse is, but Corpse.
Yeah, not a big fan of Corpse voice. It's just too deep.
Too deep. You know, it's a medical condition.
I thought it was a fucking voice filter.
No, he has a medical condition. It gets deeper and deeper until he can't use it at all.
Ah. What's the condition called?
No fucking clue. No idea. But he talked about it. He was like, yeah, it's a condition.
We missed the most important sports-related news of this century.
The Chiefs won back-to-back?
No. SpongeBob performed.
Yeah! Sweet Victory. They performed Sweet Victory for the Chiefs when they won. It was great.
Yeah, it was actually at the halftime, but yeah.
Well, I was told that they did it again when they won or something. I don't know. But it does make more sense that they did it at the halftime because that's when it aired. That was
they couldn't air
canonically
Usher on like Nickelodeon.
Yeah, no. Usher was too busy gyrating his hips for all the old women out there that are like, ooh, my hubby.
Bro, that was some shit. That night was great. I got a story. When we're off the pod, I got a story for you about the Usher stuff.
Okay. Let's see. I found a meme. I can't post it to the thing. I can probably post it to the Instagram. But it doesn't really make sense anymore because it's not true. But it's Cody sitting in the pipe bomb stance, like Punk was, and it says, "And the fact that Dwayne is in the main event of WrestleMania and I'm not makes me sick." Because pipe bomb. But people are like, nah, I really fucking hope we get a Cody Rhodes pipe bomb promo. I'm like,
my God.
That would have been kind of funny.
I was hoping for a Cody Rhodes heel turn.
Maybe.
Bro, imagine, like, they went through, like, they teased that they were going to go through with Rock versus Cody. Cody turns heel and steals the spot. Oh, but it'd be hard for him to turn heel and steal the spot. Yeah. Because people would just cheer Cody Rhodes, because Cody Rhodes is the ultimate babyface right now.
Yeah. He really is. Let's see, The Rock. Fuck. God damn it. Hold on. Oh, jeez. Why is it spicy? Why is it so spicy? Oh, man. I bit into a Slim Jim and I got like a whole ass peppercorn. And it just fucked my night up. Sorry.
That's the worst. Dude, yeah. I love Slim Jims, but they get stuck in my fucking teeth all the time.
Yes! Bro,
it is so annoying.
I'll
eat 2 Slim Jims because sometimes for lunch I'm like, okay, I want to get something quick. 2 Slim Jims. Boom. Couple bucks. Nice snack. Mm-hmm. And I'll be picking Slim Jim out of my teeth for the next 3 fucking hours.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
I have
it's always in my molars. Like, those are the worst to get. Yeah.
That's where they go for me, too.
Yeah. Oh, my God. It's the fucking worst. Slim Jim, we love you, but can you make your shit not as stringy?
I actually just got a bit stuck in my molars just now. Holy shit.
Good timing, but they taste so good though.
They really do. I bought a 120 pack.
Been there. I used to constantly have those like little ones that like you can get like 20 of them in one box.
That's what I have is the minis.
Yeah, I would have those, and that a sandwich and some string cheese would be my lunch for work.
Mm-hmm.
Best lunch, but
Best lunch.
I always regretted the Slim Jim.
Always. But
Every single time.
Yeah. WWE altered its WrestleMania plan with SmackDown hinting at The Rock challenging Roman Reigns for the undisputed blah blah blah. Dutch Mantel, on the Smack Talk host, on Smack Talk host Rich Uchino expressed concerns about Rhodes giving up his rematch against Reigns, potentially impacting his image. Dutch Mantel agreed and said that he lost his golden opportunity, but all was not lost.
Nope, because the fans saved the day.
The fans did save the day. God damn, I have so much stuff to talk about.
A lot of it's old news, so I mean, if it's not that important, we can just leave it in the past.
Let's see. WWE knew that Ashley Massaro was assaulted. I would say the word, but I think it gets us demonetized if we do say it. It's the R word.
Just say SA.
Yeah, she was SA'd on the military base by someone who. This was a. It was a naval base, I believe. I might have gotten that switched up.
Was that a naval or a marine base? I'm not sure.
I think it was a naval base. Someone dressed as an army medical personnel. She had, I believe, suffered a heat-related injury, like dehydration or something like that. Went to the med tent, and a army doctor, someone playing an army doctor, SA'd her, and the attorney for John Laurinaitis during all of this said that it was true, that they knew about it, and they didn't do anything because they did not, Vince and the rest of the higher-ups said that they did not want to ruin the good thing they have with the military tours that WWE has been known to do. So it ultimately, they silenced her, and then later
only
on
came out after she passed.
Yeah, after she had passed due to self-inflicted injuries. She was. It was announced that WWE knew all along, and here during the allegations coming up against Laurinaitis and McMahon and the rest of the legal team for WWE, it was said, yeah, we knew, we didn't do anything, we wanted to keep that money train going. Sucks to suck, basically. And
fucking throw him in jail.
Now her family is getting the quote-unquote closure of them saying all of that.
Yeah. Fucking throw these dudes in jail.
Throw Laurinaitis in jail just because he's Laurinaitis.
Yeah.
A mystery mask, in lighter news, appeared on the NXT sign.
A mystery mask? How did I miss this?
A mystery mask. It is a golden mask with blacked out eyes and a black smile that extends over the entirety of the X in NXT.
Send me a picture of it.
Okay. Share that. Ba-da-ba-boom, bow. There you go.
Oh, Wow, that's an odd mask.
It is an odd mask. I thought it was gold dust at first. It was not.
No,
No,
it's not gold dust.
no.
No. As much as a Dustin Rhodes return would be kind of cool, it's not gold dust.
No.
No.
Who do you think it could be? Is there anyone that you remember from your youth? Because
No,
NXT seems to be like where indies come up and then where oldies step in. So
not that I can think of.
we'll keep an eye on that one because I want to know. That's a pretty good little side quest that they've made for fans that watch. Anyway, Chelsea Green used to do the motion capturing for WWE 2K. Shouts out Chelsea Green. Seth Rollins will be back in action over the next few weeks. That's cool. I already talked about that. People are making a poll, probably betting on it if I had to guess. What will happen to Vince McMahon and the allegations against him? Proven he will not be guilty, he will go to prison, or he will pay a settlement. My guess is he'll pay a settlement and go to a soft security, minimal security prison like Martha Stewart did. Alternatively, all of the federal oh shit, that fucking peppercorn. All of the federal cases against him turn into big prison, but solitary confinement because of his status. What do you think?
Sorry, I'm researching this mask.
Okay.
I'm interested in the lore. People are saying it's Joe Gacy. And it makes sense because Joe Gacy used to wear a ski mask with the little smile on it and everything.
Yeah.
And it's very similar shape. Wait. Yeah, it has to be Joe Gacy.
It seems like a Joe Gacy thing to do.
I mean, once I send you this picture, you'll know it's Joe Gacy.
Ah. Okay. Why don't you fill in? Yeah, that's Joe Gacy.
Yeah.
How about you fill in the lovelies, the lovely fans, about the Scott stuff. Scott D'Amore.
Scott Amore? Oh, not Scott Amore. Scott D'Amore.
Scott D'Amore. Fill them in.
Yes. TNA's beautiful, amazing, passionate CEO Scott D'Amore got fired from his role as the owner of TNA. After he rebranded TNA back to TNA. It was Impact Wrestling. And there's a lot of outrage of it. Naomi, who is Trinity something, Trinity Fatu, I believe. Yes, who's in the active TNA roster, who expressed her big displeasure with it over Twitter. I forget exactly what she said, but also who was very displeased with it was Big Man Moose himself. Yeah, who, if I remember correctly, refused to re-sign with TNA after.
Yeah, he said. He said if D'Amore is not going to be there, Moose will not be there. So they are losing Moose because of this decision.
Which, we don't know, Moose is a giant dude, and he is a main eventer for TNA, so that's a huge loss for them.
He'll probably sign with AEW if my mind serves me right.
Yeah, he doesn't have much of a place on WWE with almost being there. I would kind of fill the same role.
Yeah,
as the
Omos.
big dude.
Yeah,
Yeah, they would fill the role as the big dude who comes in every once in a while,
yeah.
and you don't need two of those.
No. He could be an NXT guy if he did join, just to do stuff with Trick Williams, um,
Hmm.
and all them, but probably the chance leans towards AEW. AEW is picking up a lot of good players, a lot of good people. The only thing that I'm worried about right now, with them, is them falling off because they're signing so many high status people. I don't know if they're
Yeah,
making the same money back.
yeah,
So that's my
facts.
concern. But
But I mean, a loss gainer. So they sign all these big people now. If it goes out well, then they'll gain that money back. TNA, their promotion's biggest event is called Hard to Kill for a reason.
yeah,
Because you can't kill TNA. They're
no,
always going to be back.
yeah. But
Hmm.
let's see. Continuing on, WWE signed a deal with Brian Pillman's estate, so Brian Pillman may get merch again.
Oh
Um,
yeah.
and you're the old head, for our young generation of fans. Who's Brian Pillman?
Not a clue.
Awesome. I love moments like this.
You're
Uh,
older than me, Benny. Who's Brian Pillman?
Brian Pillman is an old wrestler, uh, who also, his grandson, is part of NXT right now, I believe. I could be wrong.
Under,
I could be wrong.
under what name?
Um, no, no, he is not. He's still in school. Okay, my mistake.
Way
My
wrong.
mistake. Uh,
Yeah.
so Brian Pillman, who passed away in 1997, was he, he was best known. He was a professional football player first. He
Okay.
uh, and then he went to Stampede Wrestling, um, which is, I believe Stampede became part of ECW, right?
Uh,
Or was that
during that
WCW?
era, during the era he was coming up in, it would have been probably WCW.
Okay. Well,
Because you got to remember, there was NWA, WCW, and WWF were taking up all of the territories.
yeah.
Yeah.
But he was known for Stampede, in the '80s, and then he went to WCW. He went to ECW, and then he went to WWF in the '90s. He was credited. He created a legacy as a loose cannon wrestler, which is a gimmick where he would do a series of worked shoots that would give him a degree of infamy. He was unpredictable. See, he was known for being like super agile as well. He was one of those people is like you saw him and you didn't think high flyer, but then high flyer. It's like
So
a
he's like a Kevin Owens type.
do what?
Like a Kevin Owens type.
Like a Kevin Owens, like a I would say kind of more so like an RVD.
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah, like
That's
a really built guy that still did like wild stunts. And then yeah, he got in a car accident in '96, where he received extensive ankle injuries, which limited his ability. By the end of his career, his longtime friend, tag team partner, Stone Cold Steve Austin. Uh,
how have I not heard of this guy?
I don't know. That's why I'm kind of curious.
What
He
the
was
fuck?
Brian Pillman, Flying Brian, Yellow Dog, Loose Cannon. Any of those ring a bell?
All of them sound familiar. That's the problem. Like, I should know this guy.
You should.
He
But
came up in the era of WWE I love, like Shawn Michaels, Stone Cold, Undertaker were
the
all
Hart
starting
Foundation.
yeah, yeah, I fucking love that era. I should know who this dude is.
I don't know. Uh,
Yeah,
Mark it up as a WWF burial, I guess. Uh,
yeah, apparently.
but
Damn.
he by the end of his career, he worked with his longtime friend, former tag team partner Stone Cold Steve Austin, in a storyline involving a firearm and the Hart Foundation uh, during the first instances of the developing Attitude Era. Uh, and in '97, he died unexpectedly due to undetected heart disease. Uh, and it shook. It didn't shake the world as badly as Guerrero or uh, uh, Neidhart, I believe. No. Um,
Owen Hart.
Owen Hart. Thank you. I was
Yes,
trying to think of
you're
the
welcome.
right Hart.
I was giving you a chance.
Not Jim Neidhart.
No, no, Owen Hart. Owen Hart shook up the entire world,
Yeah.
bro. That was tragic.
Yeah. I can't
So much
imagine what the
potential there.
fans must have been experiencing then.
And the fact they continued that show.
Yeah, that was
Yeah.
also kind of fucked. But
Vince McMahon for you.
yeah. But he developed undetected heart disease. Uh, he it was undetected, but he had issues. Um,
Yeah.
when he was 3 months old, his father died of a heart attack, so it was a genetic issue already. The heart, and
Mm-hmm.
as a child, he developed throat polyps and underwent 31 to 36 operations, all before the age of 3. Uh,
Yeah.
and he spent large part of his early childhood in a hospital, only going home for Christmas. So his mom sent him to public school so he could spend more time with friends, which led him to become the only Presbyterian in a Catholic family, which is its own bag of issues, religious stuff. As a child, he played many sports, basketball, hockey, but because of his life handing him, this big bag of fuck you, um, he was a rather fragile kid, and because of the 31 to 36 surgeries, he also had a raspy voice, which had been damaged by operations, and this in turn made him the man he was, and he learned to box because he was tired of being
Oh,
pushed around.
that guy. I've seen that guy.
I'm glad because man,
Yes. Okay, I don't know much about him, but I've definitely seen him.
yeah,
I have some damn good matches. Yeah, okay.
yeah. He played for the Miami Red Hawks, uh, which was originally the Miami Redskins. For those who only remember their
Damn,
former
I
name,
wish I could pull off a mullet like that, bro.
I wish that I
And
could
it's
pull
his
off a lot of
son
the stuff
that
he wears.
it's his son that's in NXT.
Yeah, yeah,
Yes,
that's what I was thinking of.
yes. And he looks exactly like his dad. God
Yes, he
damn,
does.
there's no question about that.
There is no question. His grandson is recently made news. His grandson prevented a mass shooting. Yeah.
Good job.
Boom Swollen, the grandson of Brian Pillman. Boom Swollen is a badass fucking name. Hey Boom,
Yeah.
what are you doing, Boom?
Hey, boom. Yeah.
But yeah, he uh, what had happened was Boom Swollen, 14 years old, told his dad about the attack, and his father went to the authorities to alert them. And basically, if he had not said shit, mass loss of lives in Hamilton County. And with the information that he learned, overhearing a classmate talk about carrying out a mass shooting, which fucking wild that they were talking about it just in public like that. Other student had a detailed plan with a fucking hit list, and he was gonna go of people he was gonna go after during the shooting, and he was like, "Hey, yeah, Dad, let me talk to you."
Let me talk.
Yeah. Oh, that's not a good spot for that. I regret that. And yeah, so he told his dad, who's known as Lexus King in the NXT, but is Pillman Jr. In real life, commented on the news, and ABC Good Morning America picked it up. But yeah, that pretty fucking cool. He was, yeah, I think he got like an award or something. He got honored for sure. But yeah, Brian Pillman, fucking badass motherfucker.
A legend.
Yeah, he had that crazy face going for him, and you know, obviously, you know, standing side by side with Steve Austin. I think this was this during his Pretty Boy Steve Austin, or was he bald? He was
would
both.
Have been right about the transition.
Yeah. But yeah, he was a good dude. I say that, I don't actually know. Looks like a good dude though. I doubt that Steve Austin would hang out with a bad dude. But yeah. They signed a deal with his estate. They're thinking about putting some Brian Pillman merchandise out. I think that'd be fucking awesome. I'm gonna get me something if they do. I'd like to see a Brian and Steve like collab piece be made. That'd be cool.
Hell yeah. That'd be pretty dope.
Yeah. Let's see. Oh, I got a message. Nope, that's not. Cody Rhodes talked about MJF.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, your boy.
Not my boy.
Your boy. Your boo.
Him and Adam Copeland and Daniel Bryanson are my my AEW guys right now.
Mm-hmm.
But I mean, how can you not like Adam Copeland? Edge. I mean, fucking Edge, bro.
Rated R superstar.
Yeah. He is the definition of GOAT.
Yeah. But Cody Rhodes talked about MJF, which is Tommy's husband. And he said, I think...
that's Dirty Dom.
What?
I said, no, that's Dirty Dom.
Oh, you're right. He said, Cody Rhodes said, I think one day we will see MJF in WWE. I think one thing I'm really proud of him for is, for those who don't know, MJF was one of my recruits. Probably the one I'm most excited about just because of his potential, his personality, and his overall professionalism, which is beaming.
Yeah.
Which I didn't know until I saw that Cody Rhodes personally recruited him. But yeah, I'm really happy about that.
The Young Bucks are there because Cody Rhodes, like WWE's top, not AEW's top guys are there because of Cody Rhodes.
Yeah.
John Moxley's there because Cody Rhodes. Chris Jericho jumped ship because he saw that Cody Rhodes' new promotion was doing very much good stuff.
Well, I mean, Cody Rhodes also had like allegations and stuff against him, so it didn't really help that either. So.
You mean Jericho?
Who'd I say?
Cody Rhodes.
Oh yeah, no, he didn't have allegations.
No, Cody Rhodes is a good guy.
Cody Rhodes is a fucking amazing guy. His crowd work is great.
You can just tell he's an amazing guy.
all the videos I see of him out there, like, you know, giving children hugs and signing stuff for them, and like tossing his weight belt into the crowd every single time, which I'm sure is not cheap, but maybe at this point it is. You know,
Cheap is relative. When you're Cody Rhodes, you can probably afford it.
yeah. Let's see. I found a meme. I'll also post this to the Instagram that says, "I don't make love, I fuck hard," and then it's just LA Knight.
Yeah.
Yeah. Let's see. The Rock says the WrestleMania press conference will be talked about forever. He was not wrong.
He knew it. He knew it. Damn
Yeah.
it. Love or hate it, he knew it.
The Judgment Day walkout in WWE 2K24, from what we have seen, looks pretty fucking fire.
Hell yeah.
Let's see. Roman Reigns is rooting for the 49ers in the Super Bowl. That turned out well for him.
Dirty John rooted for him too.
Dirty Dom. Dirty Dom.
He's a California boy.
Yeah,
so
he is.
Makes sense.
And his father rooted for them as well.
Yeah, Ray was actually in the audience.
He was. And so was Taylor Swift, and so was Ice Spice, and so was Jeff Goldblum, and trying to think who
Leonardo
else.
DiCaprio was there.
Leo DiCap was there. He picked his nose. We all saw it.
And ignored the camera.
Yep. I'm trying to think of who else. I don't know if anybody else was there. But yeah, pretty
we
cool.
all pick it. Oh, so who cares?
Yeah, who cares?
We don't do it on national television in front of millions of people, but we all pick it.
Yeah. You know, if it's wet, don't flick it. If it's dry, flick it.
Yep.
Yeah. Let's see. Cody Rhodes posted to Instagram. He made his decision. We all know who it was. Fun facts of the day. Did you know Bruno Mars got his Bruno nickname at age 2 because his father said that he looked like Bruno Sammartino?
That's fire. I didn't know that, but that's fucking fire.
And did you know that the Bundys were named after King Kong Bundy? Steve and Marcy Rhodes were named after Dusty Rhodes. On the show Married with Children, that is.
No, I didn't know who any of those people were.
Okay. They were on the show Married with Children.
Yeah, I don't watch shows like that.
But they were named after that because the writers were huge fans of WWF.
Hell yeah.
So that's cool. Steve McMichael was elected to the Pro Football Hall of Fame. Shout out Steve Michael.
Nice.
Mongo, as some may know him. 6 years ago, as of January 23rd, The Miz beat the unbeatable Roman Reigns for the Intercontinental title on the 20th anniversary of Monday Night Raw. And he is now asking the world, am I the last person that has beat him for a title?
No, maybe.
I'm thinking.
Yeah, I don't know. I think he is.
Yeah. You know, shout out the Miz.
Unless he had the U.S. title before that. Well, after that, but I don't think he did.
No, I don't think so.
But Roman Reigns with the IC title, it don't make sense.
No, it did not. Matt Cardona tweeted out a picture of a shirt that he had found.
Good old Zack Ryder.
Mm-hmm. Woo, woo, woo.
Woo!
You know it. Anyway, he's the best woo, in my opinion.
No.
Matt Cardona is the best woo.
We both went in opposite direction.
Ric Flair is not the best woo.
Ric Flair is the woo.
Ric Flair's woo is in Ric Flair Drip by the Migos, but Matt Cardona, aka Zack Ryder, made his own song about wooing. So, who really won?
Who can sit there and main event WrestleMania, look at the crowd and go, and then the whole crowd do it back. And then when you see slapping your chest, the whole crowd goes, woo!
It is -2 degrees Celsius outside right now.
Yeah, that has nothing to do with that, unless you're talking about how cold Ric Flair used to be.
No, I'm talking about how cold Matt Cardona's drip was in the Woo song.
No. That
Woo, woo, woo. Anyway.
When people talk about wrestlers and drip, they go Rollins or Ric Flair.
Rollins' drip is pretty fucking great.
It is.
Shout out to him for he talked about it on the Impulsive. Yeah. His designer is the women's division designer, and his wife, Becky Lynch, said you should give him a try, and he's like, maybe I will, and then he did, and now he has the flyest fucking outfits I've ever seen.
Bro, that's the best. They don't miss.
They do not miss.
And the shoes at the
sometimes they miss.
The shoes at the press conference kind of missed.
They were wild shoes. But my point was, Matt Cardona found a real shirt that he said, if anyone can find it, I actually want one. He found a Sweet Life of Matt and Cody AEW t-shirt.
That's amazing.
The Sweet Life of Matt and Cody. And it's a picture of him, Matt Cardona, and Cody Rhodes.
And Cody. That's dope.
Woo, woo, woo.
No.
Let's see.
The woo from Ric Flair is just so much better. You can say it's not, but you know. You know it is.
I am genuine when I say that the woo, woo, woo of Matt Cardona is better.
Nah. Not a chance.
Okay. But
there's no argument there. Who's going Matt Cardona is better than Ric Flair besides
me?
You?
All I need
besides
is me.
You. Yeah, well, your opinion is wrong. We had this conversation earlier.
Listen,
your opinion is fucking wrong.
Your opinion's wrong. Your opinion sucks butt.
Matt Cardona is not friends with Snoop Dogg.
Ric Flair's not friends with his own daughter.
Flair is friends with his own daughter? What the fuck?
Nuh-uh. She said that, or he told her to her face, and like I believe on live TV, he said she has a long way to go before she's anywhere near as good as me.
I mean, yeah, if it was on live TV, was it on a WWE programming?
I don't know.
If it was, then obviously it's work.
I mean, yeah, but I don't know if it was or
not.
not.
But he also updated the whole world on Charlotte Flair's injury, which, shout out to Charlotte Flair. Hope you get better soon. With her knee injury, he was the one who updated the world of Charlotte Flair is getting so much better, and she'll be back in the ring before you know it.
What does that have
Recovering. It means they're on good terms.
You don't know
the
that.
World updated. You wouldn't know how the update's going, the injury's going, if they weren't.
She might have
good
forgotten
terms.
to take him off the list. There's a list of people they tell.
No, I feel like if they were on bad terms, then he wouldn't know about it.
I don't know. Matt
know
Matt Cardona's still wrestling.
Getting back into training.
Ric
Flair is still a wrestler. What do you mean?
He shouldn't be.
That argument was just invalid. Ric Flair is going to wrestle until he dies in the ring.
He shouldn't.
No, he shouldn't.
His body is like 90% replacements at this point.
Ric Flair is a main eventer. Ric Flair is that guy.
Ric Flair is not that guy.
The fucking limousine riding, jet flying.
If you can quote the whole thing without looking it up, I will submit that he is better.
I can't. I honestly can't.
Exactly.
I wish I could. I wish I fucking could.
Not a real fan.
Not a fake fan. I'm gonna look it up now, though.
Not a real Flair fan anymore. I stand by Matt Cardona. I can woo 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 any day of the fucking week.
I could have just said anything.
No, because I know what it is. And I would
What
have
is it?
caught you.
What is it?
What do you mean, what is it?
Say it without looking it up.
Without... I don't need to. The deal is you.
So you don't know.
I do know.
I got it right in front of me. So say it.
The styling, profiling, limousine riding, jet flying, kiss stealing, wheeling and dealing son of a gun.
You looked that shit up while I was giving you
On
shit.
God, I did not. On God.
On God.
On my mama.
On your... I don't even think you're religious, so on God meant nothing.
It means absolutely nothing to me.
But yes, I'm Ric Flair, the styling, profiling, limousine riding, jet flying, kiss stealing, wheeling and dealing son of a gun.
But do you know the woo woo woo? You know it.
No.
See?
I just knew the woo 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 because you say it all the time.
Woo woo woo.
In order to be the man, you have to beat the man. I want Roman Reigns to get up on the stage and say that shit.
Why?
To Cody Rhodes. That'd be so much fun. That'd be funny as shit.
You know?
Because Roman Reigns is the man. And Cody Rhodes wants to be the man. So if Roman Reigns was, in order to be the man, you got to beat the man.
Fair.
Fair. And Roman Reigns would say it like a pissed off Roman Reigns style. It would work.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. To continue, because we have so much more to go still.
I didn't know this was a Ric Flair quote, but I've definitely said this to people. If you don't like it, learn to love it.
I'm pretty sure that it's not a quote, it's just something that he has said. Because it doesn't make it
wasn't
a quote.
like his motto. Yeah, it's not. It wasn't one of his motto, but if he said it and he was the one who coined the phrase, then it was definitely a quote. But I don't know if he's the one who coined the phrase. That's just from IMBD, which is an odd source to get quotes from someone.
Mm-hmm. That is pretty.
But that's the first thing that popped up. I didn't know that was a thing.
Hey, you know. Fucking A. Matt Cardona tried to trademark woo woo woo. You know it.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah.
Pretty sure. How'd that go for him?
I don't know. I didn't look too far into it. I'm just gonna leave it there because I don't want to. Yeah, I don't want to start hating my idols. You know. And I'd say he's an idol. Matt Cardona. Fucking fire ass dude. He is kind of an asshole. Like, I'm not even gonna lie on that one. Because I forget who it was. One of the divas. Maybe one of the female employees, but I think one of the divas said, "Hey, since you just you're not gonna be here anymore, what I would suggest is like you randomly secretly book indie matches and like keep up this enigma of like Matt Cardona is everywhere." And he didn't listen, so he went TNA, he went AEW. He was doing like consistence at all these places, and like he would work there for a good time. He would like maybe even sign a contract or two, and no one really gave a fuck. But then he started jumping from place to place, all random and shit. And people were like, "Oh, wow, where's he gonna be next? I want to follow him, figure out what he's doing." And then it really popped him up in the spotlight. And then now he's with AEW as Matt Cardona, and he's doing pretty well for himself. So shout out that diva or female employee of sorts that gave him that idea, and he finally listened after all this time.
Hell yeah.
Hell yeah. Let's see.
Hell yeah.
Seth Rollins said, there's data. Look at the numbers. Look who's been on Monday Night Raw for the last 10 years more than anybody. It's me. It's this guy. I get the credit, not him. He can come in. He can get what he wants, take his little piece, and then he can go back to Hollywood and do his thing because we've got this thing. We don't need you. We'd love to have you, but we don't need you, big guy.
Valid.
That's on The Rock. Let's see. Sting and Darby Allin are the tag team champions of AEW. Let's see. Mystery Mask, already talked about that. The Rock says Cody Crybaby fans should shut their bitch asses up and enjoy the ride. On the Pat McAfee show, he said that. The Rock says this.
Love Rock's heel work.
This is a quote from the Pat McAfee show. The Rock says this. Those Cody Crybabies, the ones for every 10 tweets, they're shoving a chicken McNugget in their mouth every 20 tweets. They're shoving 2 McNuggets up their ass. All you gotta do is sit back, know your role, shut your mouth, and enjoy the ride that The Rock is gonna take your candy asses on. So hashtag that. Hashtag shut your bitch asses up. Hashtag Cody Crybabies. Yeah.
Did he say yeah like
he
that?
Did.
He stole the next thing.
He did.
That's kind of taken, Rock. It's your own thing.
Yeah.
Oh my god, a Rock versus LA Knight promo.
I would watch it. I would watch it. For sure.
Who wouldn't? That would be amazing. Although I want to see Hogan versus LA Knight.
I think Hogan, he said he's got one more left in him. I think he's going to be an announcer at WrestleMania. Or maybe like a ref. But I don't think he's going to wrestle.
Dude, Hogan host WrestleMania 40?
Maybe. But, see.
I just hear that fucking music hit one more time.
One more time.
Hogan has the best theme song.
That's not true at all.
Okay, yeah, probably not the best. But the most iconic.
That's not true at all.
Yeah, that's very true.
That's not true.
Mean, who do you think has the most iconic?
Macho Man Randy Savage has the most iconic music of all time.
No.
Yes.
It's between Shawn Michaels, Stone Cold Steve Austin.
It's Macho Man Randy Savage.
And, no. It's Hogan, Austin, or Michaels. Those are the three.
It's Macho Man Randy Savage.
No, it's not Macho Man. I don't even know Macho Man's theme song.
Well, you should. You should. Bitch.
No, that's not it.
It is.
No.
Yeah, it's the most well-known.
No.
Yes.
No, it's not.
Yes. If I played his theme song anywhere, if I played it on a piano in the middle of a mall, if I played it anywhere, someone would say, "Hey, I know that song."
They wouldn't say, "Hey, that's Macho Man."
You said the most recognizable.
The most iconic.
Yeah. What do you think iconic means? Iconic means like everyone knows what that is.
Defining.
Define it?
No. When I say iconic, I mean like the most defining theme song. How are you saying that Macho Man's is better than Hogan's? Listen to Hogan's.
I'm not saying it's better. I'm saying more people know it.
Maybe. There may be a case there, but I honestly think
the definition of iconic is widely recognized and well established, or widely known and acknowledged, especially for distinctive excellence.
Yes, and people
His
wouldn't distinguish that one with Macho Man. People would distinguish Hogan's with Hogan. You know, the glass shattering. That's Steve Austin. Like those are iconic. The
but if
fucking
someone who has
sexy
never
boy is
seen
Shawn Michaels.
but if someone who has never seen WWE hears that song, they don't know who the fuck that is.
They, I'm sure they do. I'm sure
If
everyone on the face of this earth
my
who's not in a third world country
my sister
knows the whole.
would not know Hulk Hogan's theme.
That's you need to educate her. One, two,
I'm not
two.
saying you're
I mean,
wrong.
she might.
She doesn't.
She probably doesn't.
She
But
doesn't.
the Hogan theme song is so amazing, bro.
If I found a random 60-year-old man who has never watched WWE a day in his life and doesn't give a fuck about media coverage, he would know Macho Man's song, and he would not know Hulk Hogan's.
But he wouldn't know it's Macho Man, and that's part of the iconic thing, right?
Well, the song is iconic. It doesn't have to translate to, oh, that's Macho Man. That just means
So
that
it doesn't have to be like translated to something or
it,
like widely recognized with a particular thing.
what I'm understanding iconic music as, this is maybe it's misconstrued between us, is the song transcends the user. So like, what's a
Okay,
good
so
example is the fucking
it's
Crazy
bigger
Frog song.
than the
The
yeah,
Crazy
it's
Frog
bigger
song is
than the
bigger
people
than
who made
Crazy
it.
Frog.
Yeah,
Yeah. So like Macho
yeah, okay.
Man's song, which is, to
It's
those who
bigger
don't
than
know, Pomp and Circumstance, which is a fucking march number 1 in D major. It's a fucking marching song. It transcends Macho Man
everyone has played
because it's a
in
fucking
the high
military
school
song.
Yeah,
But Hulk Hogan's, is it's Hulk Hogan.
yeah.
Yeah.
It's so fucking good.
It's a good song. I'm not saying it's a bad song, but I am saying that Macho Man's rap song, "Be a Man," is better
Yeah.
because he did rap,
The first comment on Hulk Hogan's theme song, right?
Yeah.
On YouTube is this song makes me proud to be an American without being an American.
Hell yeah.
Hell yeah.
Did Hulk Hogan ever do a stint in Japan?
I don't think so.
I don't think so either.
I think he stayed in America.
AJ Styles did a stint in Japan.
hmm Most people who get into WWE through the indies get big in Japan.
Yeah. I don't know if Hulk Hogan ever actually went to Japan. Maybe that's the one that he has left in him.
I love how Dusty Rhodes' theme song is called Common Man. It's called Common Man Boogie.
I like it.
It's his WWE theme song.
I like it.
But
He is the common man. But anyway, we're getting off track again.
we're like 3 hours into this episode, by the way.
Oh, we're 2 hours 30.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it's fine. It's fine. People will listen to it. Anytime that you talk a lot, people seem to gravitate towards it. So, The Rock slapped Cody Rhodes during the press conference. Pretty hard slap. We already talked about it. What do you think The Rock meant when he said post-conference? For those who don't know, there was a post-conference scene. Maybe it was a promo. We don't know.
Yeah.
Triple H was being interviewed by WWE reporter, and The Rock and Roman came up. Paul Heyman, obviously there, being the little kiss ass that he is. And The Rock said, "Handle it or we will," in reference to Cody Rhodes talking shit on the Anawahi family. What do you think? Do you think that he means that he's gonna like cut a promo and do a match with Cody, against Cody, or do you think that he's saying, "Hey, as a TKO representative, do something, or we'll cut Cody"?
I think it was a work, so I think it's definitely going to be, like he said, do something, fix it, or we will. So I think the Bloodline's going to try to do a thing where they take out Cody Rhodes or something.
Maybe,
Yeah,
maybe.
yeah,
I think that could be interesting.
yeah. That's what I got from it, personally. If it wasn't a work, and then if Rock was genuinely pissed like that, then he probably threatened to fire uh, Triple H right then and there, except for apparently The Rock has no power
Oh, is that
over
something
Triple
that
H.
we figured out?
I mean, Triple H caught on national television and said that he has the power, not
Yeah,
The Rock.
the one to listen to is me, is what he was saying.
Yeah,
Like,
and if you don't like that, it doesn't matter if you
it
like
doesn't matter if you like it.
Yes, that was so fucking good.
But
God, I want to see Triple H back in the fucking ring, dude.
but
And can we talk about Sami Zayn on SmackDown?
absolutely, talk about him. Talk your shit, buddy.
Bro, no. Sami Zayn had his match on SmackDown, right?
Yeah.
And against Randy Orton. So props to Randy Orton for beating Sami Zayn.
Props.
Props. But Sami Zayn was like on God mode on SmackDown, dude. Like if you haven't seen the clips, go watch him. He like jumped up onto the ropes and like did a backflip after his thighs hit the rope. So he just like jumps up, sits on the rope, and does a backflip off of the top rope. Bro was on X Games mode.
Bro's got talent. Like, I will never
Bro,
say that Sammy does not
bro,
have talent.
yeah, dude, Sami Zayn was killing it on SmackDown.
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
want to see if I can find the clip to send to you, but you can move on from here.
I was gonna say. Here, let me get back to it. Let's see. Cody got slapped. Rock said, "Finish it. Fix this, or I will." The announcers at the beginning didn't know if this Cody versus Roman, because of the images that they were posting up, meant that he was fighting twice or not. So maybe we will get The Rock versus Roman at WrestleMania regardless.
Maybe.
But I doubt it, because I'm pretty sure they're going to have The Rock acknowledge him. I think that will happen.
I think so. Yeah.
Let's see. The fans were saying, "We want Cody. Rocky sucks." The Rock said, "I introduce you to the Cody Crybabies." I think that he does an amazing heel. Drew, being Drew, said, "I prayed for this and it happened," in reference to the main event being Roman Reigns versus Cody, because Drew wants Rollins.
Yeah.
Also, can we talk about how fucking handsome Drew McIntyre is? Like, aside from his in-ring work and everything, and how boring you may have made him out to be as a title holder, the man has these gorgeous blue eyes, an amazing, stunning, soft-looking beard, and hair that of a Greco-Roman god.
You're simping over him like I simp over for Liv Morgan.
I'm just saying, he needs to have some respect on his motherfucking name, or I will Will Smith your ass. You can't deny he is pretty.
He's something.
Man. Plus, I like...
Very much a man. We'll say that.
He is a man. I also like watching him do the Claymore. So, there is that. CM Punk, I think I talked about it last time. CM Punk wants fans to recognize that Bayley won the Royal Rumble, and yet she's not on the WrestleMania 40 promos. Kind of fucking whack.
Yeah.
Let's see. It doesn't matter if you don't like that decision. Triple H. Elimination Chamber. All right. So since they had announced the Elimination Chamber, and people were asked who's going to make it, the list at the time was Orton, Rusev, no, the big guy, Rusev. I think it's Rusev. Is it Rusev? It might not be.
There's a lot of big guys.
Bronson
Reed.
What?
Bronson Reed.
Bronson, yeah. Bronson Reed, Kevin Owens, Logan, AJ, Miz, LA Knight, Dominic, Sammy, Drew, Ivar, and Bobby Lashley. Who are we down to now? Sammy's not making it.
Nope, Sammy lost to Orton, sadly.
Yeah. So...
Stop burying Sammy, WWE.
So Orton's making it. We know that.
Check out that backflip he fucking did.
I am recording, sir.
So am I.
I know. Do we know if anyone else got eliminated yet?
Not that I know of.
Okay, so we will keep posted on that. Let's see. Triple H addressed the fallout on SmackDown of the WrestleMania kickoff. That's where he said it. It doesn't matter, all that shit. Bayley is going to address the departure. She already talked about it. She's leaving Damage Control from what she said, or at least what they made her say. She knew what they were saying in Japanese the entire time. And so she's leaving because they were treating her like absolute shit, which obviously is all a job, so like it's not real. But because I honestly, can I say something? I'm gonna say something.
Say it.
Anyone who gets offended by Asuka, we're talking Asuka, the woman who went to Buc-ee's, ordered a pulled chicken sandwich, and said it's a cheeseburger. If you're getting offended by her, you gotta let it go. So it's a good thing that it's a job.
Just stop being dramatic.
She called it a cheeseburger.
If she offends you,
it's a motherfucking cheeseburger to me. That's what it is now. If she says that's what it is, it's what it is. But still, let it go.
Facts.
She called it a fucking cheeseburger. It's a pulled chicken sandwich. Also, if you eat food from Buc-ee's, have a bathroom on hand, please. Because I did it once, and I regretted it so quickly.
Understandable.
Yeah. Rashad Evans congratulated Jake Paul for being so influential to boxing. That's unrelated to this, though. The Rock exerting his power in WWE feels pretty gross to me, says Seth Rollins. I agree. That was pretty yucky. Let's see. That's boxing related. Ryan Garcia and Dylan Danis have agreed to fight in MMA. Misfits confirmed an offer is going to be made. I'm pretty excited to see that myself. Devin Haney versus Ryan Garcia is a done deal for April 20th in Vegas. Pretty excited to see that. Bret Hart.
Ryan pulls out?
Yeah, he will. Bret Hart not holding back on Vince McMahon. He said, I think, despite all of the issues I ever had with Vince, I know deep down I always respected him. But now,
Mm.
knowing what kind of a fucking weirdo he became, he didn't say fucking, but I'm influencing that because he is a weirdo. What kind of a weirdo he became, I have zero respect for him. That's coming
Hell
from a man who still, to this day, mind you, people, to this day, holds a grudge against Goldberg.
yeah.
He will not let that go. But he forgave Vince for all the shit he put him through. And then found this out.
Yeah.
And then put all that shit back on him and said, you know what? I shouldn't have forgave you. You're a yucky dude. So the Vince stuff is fucking real.
Goldberg's forgiveness is out the window now. Because
Bro.
Bret Hart tried to forgive someone and it didn't work out very well. So
There's no fucking shot he forgives Goldberg ever. Like,
no, Goldberg ruined his career, dude.
He did. He really did. Like,
and didn't even really say sorry.
No, because Goldberg don't give a fuck. Happened. Man,
like, I've heard Bret Hart talk about it, and like Bret Hart was like, yeah, after the match he kind of gave me a half-ass sorry, but like didn't offer any like condolences or anything, and just like left me to figure out what to do for money and how to provide for my family.
Which, I mean,
Bret Hart was like, he could have offered something at least, but I don't think it was Goldberg's deal to offer anything.
No,
I think WWE, or was it WCW at the time? I'm not sure which promotion it happened on. I think that promotion should have been responsible and gave, Bret Hart the rest of his contract money or something.
Yeah. Man, but I mean, hey, at least him and Sean are semi cool.
Yeah.
Yeah. But man, anyway, happy birthday to Jim the Anvil Neidhart. He had a birthday February 9th. So, hell yeah. Now me saying Neidhart makes sense instead of back then when I was talking about Owen Hart. Former WWE star Virgil is not doing too well. He has suffered multiple strokes. So, his fans are being asked to send thoughts to him and his kin. But fucking Virgil, man. Fucking Virgil. Do you know who that one is, at least?
Virgil?
Yeah.
I'll have to look him up. I am bad with names.
He was personal assistant to Ted DiBiase. That ring a bell?
No.
Really?
Never seen this man in my life.
Really?
Really?
Ever?
Never.
You gotta watch the old WrestleManias, man. The old Royal Rumbles, too. Because
apparently he was making between 100,000 and 150,000 per year.
Yeah.
Bro, popping.
He has dementia. Recently suffered 2 strokes, I believe. And he was diagnosed with colon cancer. So he's not doing good at all. But back in the day, he was the personal assistant to Ted DiBiase's $1 Million Man. He would walk around in a sleeveless tux, get paid to do things, and just generally was the muscle. When they did a Royal, I believe it was the first Royal Rumble that I watched, like the very first one. He was one of the contenders that came in, obviously with Ted DiBiase, and he didn't last long, but when he was in there, he did throw out a couple people, so they didn't bury him too hard, at least. But apparently, you have no idea who he is, so they buried him pretty well, regardless.
Yeah. WWE tends to do that with people.
Yeah, but
You get on Vince's bad side, then
yeah.
you're buried.
Well, he was on Vince's backside, Vince's bad side, because he was black. So there is
Well,
that.
yeah, that's just how it be.
Yeah, but anyway, more news. We're getting there. We're getting towards the end. Um,
Yes, we're getting towards the end.
yeah. 2 hours 49 minutes in, and we're still not done. Don't let it get like this again, buddy.
Hey, I warned you like 30 minutes ago. And I've been trying to speed you up, but then you'd be like, "Nope, I'm going to take my dear sweet time."
Hey, I like being on the mic. What can I say?
Hey, what can you say?
But no, one of the things that people noticed is that there was a missing person on the Anawai Fatu family tree at the
Yes,
kickoff, and that was Zilla. Zilla Fatu was
he's a
missing.
family disowned.
He got disowned because he was in prison for 7 years, and the family does not think highly of people that are in that situation. But people are speculating uh, that because he just got out in 2022, by the way, so he's only been out for 2 years. And then Jacob Fatu tried to help him get in the business. Uh,
Which
but
Jacob Fatu's been doing very well for himself.
oh yeah, the fucking werewolf, the fucking Samoan werewolf, doing bits on the indie scene, absolute
Yeah,
bits. But he
big place.
Zilla, fun fact for you, he is currently in Booker T's promotion.
Oh yeah,
Mm-hmm. He's been training under Booker T for a minute, so we'll see. We'll see him come to NXT at some point. I bet. Maybe,
most likely.
but I don't know if he'll ever be reclaimed by the family. So maybe he'll come in.
Mm,
Maybe they'll play it. Maybe they'll do some work on it and have him come in as the lone wolf, the black sheep, and
Maybe
possibly
he'll come in and join Jey Uso.
maybe take down the family. Who knows? But honestly, you want a hot take?
What's that?
I think that the whole them playing on an actual family is reminiscent of when Vince played out the real life happenings of the Hardy brothers and like the
Yeah,
fire and all that shit, and made
yeah,
everyone wildly uncomfortable. I think the
yeah.
whole having Cody cut a promo at the kickoff where he like actually disses the family and gets slapped up is kind of unsettling.
A little bit.
Yeah. And
Reminds me of the whole Edge and Lita thing.
yeah, a lot like that
Yeah,
actually.
yeah. It's just like this doesn't seem like it needs to be on TV.
No, it's a promo that is like kind of unsettling to watch. I'm not gonna stop
Correct.
watching it because it's entertaining as hell, but it is kind of uncomfortable seeing them play out an actual family like lineage as a story, you know. Uh, it as long as they don't do anything wild, like how they had I believe Jeff Hardy come out with Matt's dog's burnt collar from the fire. That was
Yeah,
insane.
yeah.
As long as they don't do anything like that, I think I'm cool with it. But if we start hearing noise from the actual Anawahi Fatu family saying, "Hey, we don't want this stuff aired out anymore," then I'm probably
The
gonna.
Rock will shut it down quick
Oh,
if they say that.
definitely. Oh, definitely. He'll
Yeah,
shut it down if he gets uncomfy. Um, Plus, he
If
has,
anyone from the family gets uncomfy, The Rock, we know he'll shut it down.
yeah, like Rikishi, we know has been watching, so he'll shut it down too. And then Jimmy and Jay and Solo all have say in it as well. And there's other family members that are behind there. Did you know Samoa Joe isn't related at all? He's the only Samoan in the wrestling world right now that's not fucking related to him.
The more you know.
Yeah, he is not.
Good for Samoa Joe.
Yeah, like Samoa Joe's fucking awesome. By the way, he cuts a good promo. He has broke people out of character with his shit.
Oh yeah.
But he's not Fatu. He's not Anawai. I believe he's, let's see, Samoa Joe. Yeah, he's Sianoa, so he's not related to
it's not
either.
related to The Rock at all.
Yeah, he's not related to nobody in the fucking family. He's his own dude. He's his own Samoan. And his full name is Nu'u Folau Joel Joe Sianoa. Pretty fucking cool name.
Pretty fucking cool name.
Yeah, I probably butchered the hell out of it, but you know,
maybe a little.
It's a little.
But it's fine.
It's fine. Billy Jack Haynes got arrested.
For what?
He murdered his wife.
Well, good he was arrested then.
That pause scared me.
I was just shocked.
You said, well, good, and then you paused.
Yeah, no, I was definitely just shocked.
Yeah, he killed his wife. Apparently former sweetheart of a guy. So we may find out at some point that he had CTE, but I'm going to assume he doesn't for now, because I don't want to say he's a good guy until I know the facts. He is at a local hospital undergoing treatment. He's 70 years old. A murderer at 70. For a medical condition unrelated to the homicide or his contact with law enforcement. Let's see. Haynes was identified by the police as a suspect in a fatal shooting of Jeanette Beecraft, 85. Police said they responded Thursday to reports of a shooting in the Portland neighborhood and requested help from a special team, including crisis negotiators. He was detained 2 hours after 2 hours of negotiation. They found Beecraft dead inside the home. Spokesperson on Monday did not answer questions about the case, including whether Haynes had been released from the hospital, citing ongoing investigation. It's not known whether Hayes had a lawyer who could speak on his behalf. The family, the Beecraft family, asked for privacy on this. He performed as Billy Jack Haynes during a career that included competing in the World Wrestling Federation, now known as WWE. I think that the crisis negotiation was to prevent a murder-suicide. That's my speculation. Yeah. And I think that he may have mental illness.
May?
I'm not going to say it's CTE. I'm not going to say it's CTE, though it looks accurate because he was from the era before the banishment of chair shots.
Yeah.
But who knows? Maybe there was some internal disputes between the two. We'll find out more as the Beecraft family opens up about it. I'm not going to pry too far. But that's pretty fucking crazy.
Fucking insane.
Yeah. Maurice shares her experience with a recent major health scare.
More than a scare.
Oh, yeah. they found and removed 11 implants around her uterus and ovaries and all connective tissue around the organs in her abdominal cavity. They were sent to pathology for testing. 3 days later, the labs came back. No endometriosis, which is good. All 11 implants came back as serous borderline tumors, a very rare precancer of the ovaries. Very sneaky, very aggressive. If those had been,
she caught it in time.
If those had become cancer, their survival rate would have been less than a year.
Damn.
Yeah. So she basically saved herself from death.
Yeah.
So that's pretty cool. See, I watched a video on the Billy Jack Haynes situation on TikTok. I just remembered this. Vince McMahon had drove him insane following his firing from the WWF. He was losing his mind. Everybody knew it. Everybody knew it wouldn't end well. But this was, unexpected. Neighbors said that he seemed like a kind-hearted gentleman. So maybe...
A kind-hearted gentleman. He was not but a sweetheart.
Yeah. So, maybe CTE, or here's a theory. Here's a theory. Just to say that it, option other than CTE. He is from a very not PG era of WWE, WWF. So maybe all the allegations came out. He went a little stir crazy. Maybe his name might come up in a book.
Maybe.
So I'm thinking one of those two. That's my hypothesis.
Probably CTE or drug related, honestly.
He was a 70-year-old man. Do they really do drugs like that?
No, but those drugs and everything, they really attack your body when you are on them.
Oh, okay. It was fucking Chelsea Green. That's what I was thinking of. Chelsea Green told Matt Cardona, hey, go explore all the indies, jump around, then come back and do one of the big three.
Yeah.
Bro, Chelsea Green's fucking intelligent as shit. They sleep on Chelsea.
She's smart. She's good at what she does, though.
Yeah.
She's one of the best.
One of the best. People are saying 58 days until the return of the Winged Eagle belt.
Hell yeah.
What do you think?
Cody promised when he wins, he'll bring back the Winged Eagle.
You think so?
That's what he promised when he came to WWE.
Okay. Well, hey.
I think so.
If you think so, I'll take your word. Nails says that Vince McMahon owes him money and squashed a lot of careers.
Definitely. I'm not surprised about that.
Yeah. Do you know who Nails is?
No.
Okay.
But I'm not surprised that Vince McMahon owes someone money. And squashed a lot of careers.
He is a retired WWF professional. Kevin Patrick Wacholtz ran under the ring name Nails.
Love that name.
Yeah. He is a 6'5", 302-pound man, known as the Convict, known as Doc Nelson, Kevin Kelly, Kevin the Magnificent, Nails with a Z, the Prisoner, and Thor.
I think I've heard the Thor name.
He retired in 2001.
Yeah, I probably have seen him a couple times then.
Yeah. He was trained by Brad Rheingans. He's from Bloomington, Minnesota.
Nice.
Yeah. He likes long walks on the beach. He was also known as Mr. Magnificent.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, Kevin the Magnificent, Mr. Magnificent. Um, yeah, uh, he started wrestling in '82 after he won a Tough Man contest. Um, let's see. He had a feud with Bobby Fulton and Brian Adias. Adias. Same year, he worked with the same gimmick for Bill Watts' Mid South Wrestling. In '86, he worked for New Japan Pro. Uh, he signed with the AWA, where he used Mr. Magnificent Kevin Kelly. He was a babyface mid card, but by '96 he was a top heel. Um, see, he was managed by Sherry Martel in '87. Uh, regularly, where he regularly issued arm wrestling challenges, which led to a feud with Tommy Rich, who was also known as Wildfire. Um, let's see. Answered one of the challenges on an edition of AWA on ESPN. Rich appeared to have the contest won when Martel interfered on Kelly's behalf. In retaliation, Rich tore off her dress. Wow. Rich would then dominate a series of matches between the two.
WWE for you.
Yeah. What?
I said WWE for you.
That was AWA.
Oh, that's surprising.
See, after Martel left the AWA, Kelly took Medusa Michelli as his manager. Everybody knows Medusa. Everybody hates Medusa. For those who don't know why, she was one of the people that almost took down WWE. So, not great. He often teamed with Nick Ganiski as the perfect tag team at the AWA Tag Team Championship. He left AWA before it folded in '91. He left in '88. But anyway, he had an altercation with McMahon over a financial dispute. He attacked Vince McMahon in '92 while John Nord watched the door. The incident occurred on December 14th during a house show in Wisconsin. Bret Hart recalled it in his autobiography. Excuse me. That Wacholtz cornered Vince in his office, screamed at him for 15 minutes. Hart claims that he was just down the hall when he heard it. A loud crash. Wacholtz knocking Vince over in his chair, choking him violently. The incident led to a series of lawsuits between Wacholtz and the WWF. Wacholtz alleged McMahon had given him steroids on a number of occasions. McMahon denied the claim. Probably was true. Wacholtz then filed a wrongful termination lawsuit claiming McMahon sexually assaulted him. The WWF filed a counterclaim. Both suits were later dropped. In '94, he testified against McMahon later during a trial on supplying steroids to WWF wrestlers. He claimed McMahon told him to take steroids. Okay. After getting fired from WWF, he appeared at WCW, Slamboree in '93 as the prisoner, and lost to Sting. And yeah, he after that he began working independent. After that he defeated Yuji Nagata on a dark match at Nitro. In '98, he defeated Barry Darsaw at a house show, aka the Repo Man, aka the Blacktop Bully, aka Mr. Hole-in-One. And then, after that, he began working indies. He worked for the Pro Wrestling America in Minnesota, where he feuded with Road Warrior Hawk. He was in WWWA, previously known as NWA Ohio, where he dropped the title to Brutus Beefcake. He wrestled Jimmy Crockett's short-lived promotion WWN as the Convict. He also wrestled for New Japan Pro, teaming with Ron Simmons. In '96, I'm going through all of his history at this point.
Mm-hmm.
In '97, he lost to Snuka at the WWA in Fort Lewis. His last match was a loss to Matt Burns by DQ in 2001, and he retired and disappeared. No one heard from him until now. But yeah, he owes Vince McMahon money apparently. Justin Bieber was shown with the title. You already said that. The Rock said your hero fucked around and found out what happens when you talk about our family with disrespect, in reference to the slap. Heard around the world. Let's see, more people. Oh yeah, Khloe Kardashian was saw with the belt. Nina was saw with seen with the belt. Quavo as well, and Neo, John Richards.
When you say Nina, are you talking Tech Nine?
No, Nina, as in like the woman Nina.
Which woman, Nina? The one dating Logan Paul?
No,
There's a different Nina?
lots of them.
It's a very common name.
Yeah. It's on his Instagram.
Snoops?
Yeah. Or it's on the WWE Instagram too, actually. I don't think it's on Snoops now that I think about it. But it could be. But it's on the WWE Instagram. Everybody that held it. French Montana held it. Tiffany Haddish. T-Pain. T-Pizzle. Teddy pimped their ass down. Diplo as well. And then, yeah. Let's see. Trying to think if there's anything else. Samoa Joe tweeted out, so we all got that same nod about later tonight from Old Girl about a quarter into the halftime show, right? I'm telling you, protect him at all costs.
Protect him at all fucking costs.
Man. Wrestling fan on Instagram, under Y2J, Y2J invented this name, posted a Twitter from Roland and Monet, who is probably also a wrestling fan, that says, hot take, nostalgia is the only thing stopping people from admitting that this is the best era of WWE.
I wouldn't say it's best, but probably nostalgia talking.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, definitely nostalgia talking, but yeah, I would say the best era of WWE was like 2002 to like 2008.
But you, again, nostalgia talking.
Yeah, those are the years Shawn Michaels was back.
Mm-hmm.
Best years.
You know, I think that the day that the Heartbreak Kid and Shawn Michaels meet is going to be insane.
You know, it'll be a wild day.
It will be. It'll be a wild day.
Yep.
Who do you think would win?
I think the Heartbreak Kid would win.
You think so?
Just, he's a dirty player. Much more of a dirty player.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Let's see.
What else is in the news?
Talked about Heath Slater already. We didn't actually mention it on the pod. Dwayne Johnson broke kayfabe for a little bit.
Yep. Everyone was mad at him.
Everybody got mad at him for it. They were like, you broke kayfabe. You shouldn't do that. But then everybody kind of realized, wait a minute, everybody does that. No one gives a shit. Never mind. But he got attacked by, not attacked, but he got attacked by a Republican news reporter who was saying that Dwayne Johnson and Oprah have not actually contributed to the fund for Maui. For those who don't know, Maui has been going through some shit, for sure. And he said that he typically... He started the tweet by saying, "I typically refrain from responding to toxic, false clickbait garbage like this because I hate dignifying bullshit with a response. But when you use Hawaii's tragic events to draw attention to yourself, I will not stay quiet." And he was talking about the reporter had said that people were chanting Maui and that Rocky sucks and all this stuff because of his lack of contribution at the XL kickoff. And he said that the moment you're referring to is from our WWE press conference this past Thursday, where I turned heel, wrestling parlance for bad guy. I'm playing it up with our crowd as they boo. It's what we do in the WWE universe, and we all love every second of it. For the record, our People's Fund of Maui had already delivered over $50 million to 8,000 survivors who were affected by the fires. And I'm grateful to the bone that we've been primary funders. Hawaii is where I grew up, where I raised my children throughout the year, and where my ancestors are buried. These are my Polynesian people, and these are our American people. You cannot imagine how much they are still struggling daily to put their lives back together and take care of each other. Our Poly-American people are as resilient as people come, and they will raise and get back on their feet. Nick, instead of posting bullshit like this that you know is false, I encourage you to post something positive for Hawaii, for our Polynesian American people, or actually take positive action and come to Hawaii and help out in an uplifting way. I'm in Hawaii now, and I guarantee you'll get great content that can actually make a difference to people's lives, genuinely. And then he starts to acknowledge the good things that people are doing and whatnot. Shouts out Dwayne for that. But, like...
Shout out Dwayne.
Yeah. But don't slap my boy. I'll slap you back.
You'll do the justice for Cody.
I could take Dwayne.
I don't think you could.
I could. I got my goons.
I fucking love AI generated pictures, bro.
Hell yeah. But to finish it off, because I am down to the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 last.
I think we should call it regardless because we're going on 3 hours.
I'm gonna finish out. R-Truth sat next to Damian Priest on their flight, and Damian got a picture of R-Truth in the row behind and to the left of him smiling and being all happy and stuff. And I think that's cute because Damian, you know, he clearly loves dealing with R-Truth. Like, it shows on his face. He breaks character so quick.
I mean, how could you not?
Yeah, like, how could you not, honestly? R-Truth is just so fucking awesome. I love him. The Rock brings back Hollywood Rock elements. Cody Crybaby merch coming soon. John Moxley was pitched to be a part of Heath Slater's 3MB. You know, that might be interesting.
Nice. That could be.
Yeah. 60-year-old Steve Blackman can still kick your ass. He's pretty ripped.
He couldn't kick my ass.
I bet he could kick your ass.
Probably. But I put up a damn good fight.
Yeah. And then lastly, Brian Pillman's grandson helped prevent a mass shooting. He didn't help the mass shooting, he helped prevent it at a high school.
Yep, we mentioned that earlier.
I did. And everybody should go check out the leaf sheep. It is the cutest slug in the world. Yeah. That's the last thing I had to say.
You know, What is your favorite animal, Benny? To end it off, what is your favorite animal?
Um, fire-bellied toad.
You know,
I almost
that's a
had one as
solid choice.
a pet once, but I chose to get a leopard gecko and an armadillo lizard. The armadillo lizard ate the leopard gecko and then it died. If I
Oh,
had gotten the toad, it would probably also have died because they need humid climates.
hey, you let me guess. You were just like, dry climate.
I gave the well, I never got the toad, so uh,
Oh, okay.
I avoided that. I ended up getting after that beta fish. I purposefully killed one as a child because I
Damn.
didn't think that they could die. Um, I was wrong. I got hermit crabs, sprayed them with bug spray because I saw fleas. Then I realized hermit crabs can't get bitten by fleas, and they died.
Good lord.
Um,
Yeah, because you just sprayed them with pesticide.
yeah, yeah. So, um, but yeah,
Crazy.
I also like crested geckos because they look like old
Nice.
people.
No, valid.
Yeah. What about you?
My favorite animal.
Don't say the capybara.
No, I'm not that basic, my guy.
Okay.
Hmm. My favorite animal probably has to be the red wolf, the North American red wolf.
We still have those?
There's 35 left in the wild.
Wow. Talk about
Yeah, that we
extinct.
know of. Yeah, that's kind of fucked. But there is a breeding population in the sanctuary up here in St. Louis.
Hell yeah. I'm glad.
So they're
The
not going extinct. Their population's coming back slowly.
the only hippopotamus that was left at the zoo here in Springfield died not too long ago. So
He didn't die, he got moved.
he died.
No, he got moved.
He
Henry the
died.
hippo.
He died.
He didn't die.
He died.
Not a chance. He got moved to a different zoo.
He died.
Oh, no, that's Cincinnati Zoo mourns the loss of Henry the hippo.
Henry, the beloved hippo who resided
Yep,
at Dickerson Park
yep.
Zoo.
Henry 36 arrived and he moved to the Cincinnati Zoo and died. Yep.
Yep.
Okay. So we were both right.
Yeah, he died. We don't have
Yeah.
any hippos here.
Tragic.
Mm-hmm.
Well, we haven't had a hippo in like 10 years, but
Yeah, yeah.
now he's dead.
Now he's fucking dead. You know,
Mhm.
it's almost as if, it's almost as if zoos should be used for breeding grounds for extinct animals and not used to house animals that could have just lived their best life out where they should be.
Yeah,
Yeah,
maybe.
maybe.
I'm not completely against zoos.
I I have a very very hate focused love hate
Pandas
relationship.
pandas would be extinct by now if it wasn't for zoos.
Yeah. Did you see the we'll end the pod. We'll end the pod.
Okay.
Yeah.
Like, subscribe, do what you do. Comment your favorite animal. Bye
Yeah.
bye.
Bye-bye.